Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link with everybody. Today, our topic is the same uh, as always we do. We try our best to explain to Muslims that deception is not the way to make people believe, because sooner or later people will find out. You are not the only one in the internet, and you are not the only one who have a mouth, but you are the only one who promote his religion by lies, and that is your weakness. If you can convert somebody into Islam by telling the truth, then I think that will be a solid method to make somebody stay as a Muslim. But you will notice, after you make somebody convert to Islam, maybe a year or two, they will leave Islam and they will become enemies of Islam, because they will feel so angry for what happened to them. They've been deceived, they've been lied to, and they wasted years of their life worshiping false god and the bad man. His name is Muhammad. So I believe that the way the Muslims they try to promote their cult, it is miraculous way to expose Islam. And I'm very thankful actually that the Muslims they choose such a way to promote their cult, which will make it easier for us and for me to expose this cult. If Islam is a religion coming from the true God, then there is no need for anyone to promote false ideas. It's not there. Just in order to gain some people convert to Islam, but sooner or later he knew that they will learn the truth and they will leave. So what the point of making somebody accepting such a cult? I will open my Skype soon so we can have an open challenge for the Muslims, so they might call us and convince us that Islam really is a religion which is coming from God. And I challenge you to do your best. And please, no Christian should call me. If you are a Christian and you call me now, I'm going to block you. Not only I'm not going to answer you, because simply you are not listening and you are disturbing our program. My Skype right now is open, and we welcome any Abdul who have knowledge to call us and to prove to us anything the Muslim they claim about what it's called miraculous Quran. You see, I saw many websites, I saw tons of articles, millions, and each time I read those articles I laugh. I laugh at two things. First, I laugh at the devil, because the devil he could not even hire smart ones to defend him. And here and now we prove it every day. Who is the Muslim when I call me and confirm to us that the Quran is the book of Islam, contains scientific knowledge that could not have been known 14 years ago, 1400 years ago? Who is the one who have the courage, who have the knowledge? You remember a few hours ago we made a broadcast about rejecting the hadith. The Muslims these days, in order to avoid getting busted, they say we don't accept the hadith. But just to let you know, a person who don't accept the hadith is not even a Muslim. This is Islam QR info, Islamic website, Islamic question and answer. Refutation of those who quote the Holy Quran to reject Sunnah and justifying not acting upon it. There is some people claiming that the Quran is written that the Prophet Muhammad once told someone something to his wife, and she told that to someone, and the Prophet was not happy by that. He did not want the people to know his saying, but just to follow the Quran. The answer: firstly, Islam is based on two main foundations: the Holy Quran and the pathetic Prophet. Sorry, the prophetic Sunnah. It's my uh, excuse my French. So this is really what Islam is about. In order to be a Muslim, you have to base your religion in two things: Quran and the Sunnah. And Sunnah mean whatever Muhammad he said or did. So anyone he says to you, I don't accept the Quran, he is saying I don't accept the Hadith or etc. He is saying I don't accept Islam, and simply he is playing the game of deception in order to avoid the disasters his prophet he said. Imagine if the Hadith was containing something wonderful. There's nobody will say I don't accept the Hadith. The whole point of saying I don't accept the Hadith, because the Hadith is exposing the silly, the pathetic, the liar, the ethic, the crimes, the misleading of Muhammad. Therefore, the only way, if I am a Muslim, to keep myself from being humiliated by following such a man. Ustaz responding to you in the show. Who is Ustaz? This guy, he do not know even two words. If you want, he can call me. The Nigerian guy. Ustaz. And he called himself Ustaz. You know, the sign of a scumbag is the one who give himself a title. Because if you put in the front of your name and you write that, you say it's Ustaz. Let us say I say Ustaz. Ustaz mean master, teacher. So if I call myself teacher, that's him. That obviously this is not true, because the people should call you teacher, not you call yourself teacher. My friend, those people there, they are scamming the poor Nigerian people to take their money. This guy, he have nothing to do in life, wearing a suit where people in Africa, they are dying from hunger, and he have a microphone and he's making himself ustaz, but he cannot speak about two things. And the guy himself, he got himself busted. He said he agree with the Bible against the Quran, and Nasara are not people who Quran mentioned them as the Messiah says Ansari. He said they are coming from the word Nazarite, which means the Bible is saying the truth and Islam is a lie. All those who claim to be teachers these days, they are not. And here we go. I don't mind if you call me. If you like to call me, he can call me. All right. If you want to call, the stream is frozen. No, the stream is going fine. Okay, my friend, just refresh your page. What I can do, I mean, this is YouTube. Let me see. So you don't hear me now? No voice? Mm, I don't know what's happening. I hope the voice is coming now. Let us see. I restarted the browser. Is it all right now? Okay. Is the are we fine? Are we back on air? Are we back? All right. I don't know what happened. I think this is maybe YouTube problem. It's gonna be from my side because I keep saying the name of Allah, and there's no way Allah will make things like this happen. Allah is very powerful. So anyway, again, invite your friends. We lost a lot of people by this, but it's okay. They will be back. Now, when somebody call himself ustaz or call himself master or call himself whatever, and I mean, it's a silly. It's the same Muhammad. He called himself a prophet. You see, in order to be called something, people they should call you prophet. Muhammad, he claimed he called himself a prophet, but if we go and examine anything Muhammad he said, we will die laughing at his prophecy. So here you notice that Islam is suffering, and because Islam is suffering badly, Muslims denied more than 80% of Islam, because Islam is actually in the Sunnah, not in the Quran. The Quran is an empty book. The Quran is nothing but a collection of stories, and they are useless in order to establish a religion. The Quran is a good book if you want to read a story about how Suleiman he heard the ant, which is a funny story because ants don't talk, and you cannot hear their speeches because simply they are mute. The Quran is fine if you want to hear a story about Ali Baba and the 40 thief, the seven sleepers and their dog, the man with the two horn where he found the sunset. But what does have to do with religion anyway? I mean, why even those stories are there? If I read the story about Suleiman, that he took a flying carpet and he fly from here to there, okay, what this will help Islam? I mean, what is where is the teaching about Allah in this? Why we are concentrating in this funny book about people but not about God? This is the book of God to teach me about God, but this book teach me nothing but fairy tale stories. A guy, a king, he take his army, he walk in the valley. The valley is called the valley of the ants. One of the ants, she said to the other ants, hide, otherwise so the man will crush you. What we learn from this story? Is that will show me the glory of God? This is will show me the stupidity of this God. Because who in the world will believe in such a story? There's no wisdom in it. There's no reality in it. And it's against even the basic science. If we go in the Quran, just to show you when the Muslims they speak about miraculous, let us see the miraculous. Let us see the miraculous and love. If we go to the chapter of, actually it's called the chapter of the ants. The chapter of the ants. I mean, no comment. When they come to the valley of the ants, one of the ants said, here I have a very little tiny question to the Muslims. Why only one of the ants said? What about the rest of the ants? Hmm? The valley of the ants, a valley full of ants. Solomon, he heard only one ant. Why? This is the only ant is using cell phone. This is the only ant was talking. This is the only ant she is allowed to speak in the name of the White House. Who is this ant who Suleiman he heard her? And why he heard one ant? And how in the world this ant she was able to be heard by Suleiman when ants don't talk? As you see, Suleiman he was amused at her speech. Ants communicate in two ways: chemical and vibration. They don't talk, they don't hear. And to make it more funny, the ant she said to the ant, hide, oh you ant, get into your habitations, lest Solomon and his host crush you. How she knew the name of Solomon? So for sure I have to say this is a miraculous Quran. It's a miracle. This ant must be a prophet of God too. She was inspired and she knew that this guy, his name is Solomon. Imagine an ant right now, she tell the other ants, hey, Christian Prince, his life on air, hide, otherwise he will debate you. How in the world this amazing ant she was able to know that the name of the prophet Solomon is Solomon? Because as you see, this is what she said. She did not say hide, otherwise those creatures they will destroy you. She said hide lest Solomon will destroy you. The one who's asking me when I talk about okay, hold on. We have a Muslim. He want to talk about the sperm coming from the backbone. Let us see what this guy want to say to us. Answer, Abdul. Well, internet is bad, so he want to debate me, but he don't have internet. All right. So as you see, this is the miraculous Quran. Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Yes, my friend. You said you want to tell me about the sperm coming from the backbone, and you said I give ضعيف hadith.
Yeah. Yes, I won't talk about it. Yeah, sperm comes from the back. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But my
Stupid. Your mother, she must be a whore. She gave birth to you in the bar. Let us continue. As you see, this is how trashy they are. Trashy, low class, they have no dignity. And obviously, you are not coming from a good mother. Otherwise, she will not have such a son like you. The good tree give good fruits. You are a son of a poison tree. Both your parents, they are horrible and they did a very bad job. So keep doing what you are doing. You are just representing your family. I am control to the class option research papers. No. I mean, it's funny. Somebody's asking me which book to read about Islam. Read my books. What I will say to you. Okay, let's see. Many text. Too many text, but none of them is useless. I mean, useful. Don't send me text, guys, saying thank you, please. Don't send me. We appreciate you. I'm not waiting for those texts. Don't, please. You want to say that? You can say that in the chat. All right. Somebody is an ex-Muslim. He want to talk about himself. Maybe wrong time. Not yet. Okay. All right. So not even a single person from Skype is good to, you know. And I said many times, please don't send me tons of text. You are wasting my time and your time. I will not answer hello. I will not answer hi. I will not answer I appreciate you. I will not answer because simply if I answer everybody, I better close my program and just start saying hello, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much. And then we will do the same as Muslims they do. When a Muslim he enter a movie theater, he have to follow the tradition of his prophet to shake hands and say assalamu alaikum. By the time we finish shaking hands and say assalamu alaikum 3 times to each person, the movie will be over. So either people they stop sending me those messages or I will stop using my Skype. Period. Because it is silly and it doesn't make sense. I put my Skype on air or let us say online so people they can see it so they can call me, and that is the Muslims to debate me, not to receive hello I appreciate you. If you appreciate what we do, copy the videos, share the link, post a comment, give a like, or make your own channel. We continue. So when a Muslim he tried to convince us that he have a miraculous book, how this miraculous book convincing will function, in which way, how, where we can bring this from? Who is a Muslim he want to show us the miraculous book? This is not miraculous. This is a full book full of stories. It's not even good for kids. A prophet who God taught him the language of the birds. The language of what? The bird. Okay, he taught him the language of the birds. So how he understand the language of the ants? How silly the author of the Quran. Imagine I say that I learned the language of the chicken, and then I say to you, I heard the crocodile saying something. Well, my God, he taught me the language of the chicken. How silly, how stupid the author of the Quran. So when Muhammad he spoke that his God he taught Sulaiman the language of the bird, he was preparing us to know why he was able to speak, or sorry, to hear the ant and understand the ant, but the ants are not birds. Are they? Someone asking what is the website I use. Okay, it's called Quran Wow. Actually, they chose the right name for the Quran. This is the website I use. This is an Islamic website for sure. Okay, here we go. So here you notice that the miraculous Quran is the most silly, most stupid book, which does not make sense. Contradiction in less than 20 words. Many contradiction in less than 3 lines. How can be the book of God, and how this book can be miraculous? My God, he taught me the language of the ants, but yet I can understand. Sorry, he taught me the language of the birds, but I understand the ants. Maybe at that time the ants were used to be birds. This is the ant talking. And now Suleiman like, wow. Look what she said to her followers. I'm amused by her speech. Any donkey in the world can go on right now and search in Google, and you'll find that ants don't talk. Ants, they talk, yes, if we can say communication, which means they communicate as all creatures, but not by making a speech, you idiot. They are mute, they are deaf. So when you say to me and you fabricate tons of articles speaking about how amazing the miraculous Quran, I say yes. It's a miracle that the Quran made a human being like you, such a donkey, to believe in a book like this. This is the only miracle I see. Any Muslim would like to call us and show us the miraculous? I don't want to call Zakir Naik, because Zakir Naik, he will explain this and he will refute me. If we call Zakir Naik about the ant, how Allah, he taught him the language of the birds, and he spoke the language of the ants, for sure he will say, but that's it. There the guy is named the contemporary, and already accused the Quran with false statement. If you go to the Quran in chapter 27, verse number 16, it says that Allah, he taught Prophet Solomon the language of the birds. But this ignorant, he do not know that ants are considered to be birds. And actually, they even lay eggs. Why the ants lay eggs? Because they are a chicken. They are a form of chicken, a form of bird. Thank you very much. Here we go. You want Zakir Naik? He gave it the answer. The proof that the ants are chickens, that because they lay eggs. I mean, here we go. He refuted me. He got me busted. Why you ask me to call him? And do you see how fast he is in fabricating an answer? Unbelievable. Actually, to be honest, I'm the one who gave the answer, not him. This guy, he will never be able to come with an answer like this. Do we have any Abdul? Anyone? Any half one? Any quarter one? Your scholars are jokers. They are comedian. They are silly. They are stupid, and they are good for, you know. I know they are good for what. And the funny, they live like kings. You see, this guy Zakir Naik, he lived literally like a king. Islam is a great business if you try to defend Islam. Islam is a bad business if you attack it. Uh, do we have any Abdul? Our IP founder is on, so we will not get the same stupid idiot calling again. Any Abdul here would like to call me? Anyone? Any half one? Now, if we go to the Muslim website where they post for us all those miracles, and they are assuming that all of us are a bunch of ignorance and we do not know how to refute this. The speed of light. Let us start from the first one. The Quran spoke about the speed of light. Are you sure? Let us see. The speed of the angels turned out to be the known speed of light. That's man, this is the speed of the angels turned to be the speed of the light. Why? How? Let us read together. Quran chapter 32 verse number 5. Allah rules the cosmic. Cosmic? Does it say really cosmic? What cosmic? Let it go, let it go. You change the translator, you will find there's no cosmic there, but let it go, let it go. Affair from the heaven to the earth. Then this affair traveled to him a distance in one day, at a measure of 1,000 year of what you count. Hold on. Hold on. I want to go with the Muslim theory before we go and discuss the speed of light. Just to show you how stupid the Quran is. But the problem is, people when they read, they don't use their brain. They just read. I mean, text, like, you know, there's some people, they lined words up together. They don't read, they line them up. I'll explain to you what the Muslim just did to themselves. And I have to use my artistic skills. Forgive me for doing that. As long as the Muslims agree that there is a distance we can reach where we can find Allah, because they said that the angels take a distance, or guys, you lost me. Do you see my screen, guys? Before you ask me if you are if the why it's not coming, refresh your page if your page is not working. Guys, am I heard? Is my screen showing? Okay. So before you text me, please just refresh the page, see if it is you, or ask people in the text. Don't ask me, is it me only? Ask people in the text, is it me, guys, only? I don't see him. Why do you want to ask me? Here we go. We made everybody now say the same words just to know if this is true or not. Text in the chat, ask, guys, I don't see him, is it working for you? They will answer you. Now, as long as the Muslims, they say that the angels, they reach to Allah in a distance which is equal to one day to Allah, which is 1,000 years for us. That's mean. And I want the Muslims to try to use their brain for once in their lifetime if they have a brain. So here is the angels. Angels. This is Jibril. I'm going to call him Gigi. Gigi. Like the guy who is a stupid loser, who his mom, she did not teach him how to behave. So Gigi, he wanna go up to he come to the earth, and now he wanna go up to Allah. And Gigi will take him a distance of 1,000 year of our time to reach to Allah. And here is Allah. Allah, the moon god. As long the Muslims they accept such a thing, they accepted that if we go with the speed of light for 1,000 year, we arrive to Allah. That's mean we knew where is the location of Allah. Correct, guys? Because in order to say the distance of the angels to go to Allah is 1,000 year speed of light, that's mean we can measure exactly where is the location. Because the speed of light can be measured by kilometers. Are we following? People, are you following me? So all what we need to do, if we search right now, what is the speed of light? Speed of light is let us use kilometer. This is the speed of light is 1,079 1,000. Let us see here to be sure. Okay, hold on. I'm just looking in the internet. For me, I'm not a scientist. So the speed of light is 300,000 kilometer a second. 300,000 kilometer a second. So if we x that, like this is need a mathematic to see how many a day. Let us see speed of light in 1 day. Maybe we can find an answer. How fast the light travel. But anyway, the idea is very simple. As long we knew the speed of light and how much it can pass as a distance, then we knew already where Allah is located. And that's mean Allah is located in a fixed place. In a fixed place. In order for this Allah to be located in a fixed place, he have to be a fixed person. Correct? And that's mean that Allah is a physical being in a physical place, in a physical distance, is a physical location. Which mean Allah is not everywhere. Which mean he is limited, he is content, he is located. And he don't move. Same time, when the angels They go in the speed of light, according to the Muslims, and take them 1,000 years. How Muhammad he was able to go to heaven in the top of a flying donkey in less than 8 hours round the trip, including going to Jerusalem? $1,000 will take the angels just to go up. To go down again is another 1,000 years. So 1,000 years to go up, 1,000 years to go down. That the total of 2,000 years. Yet Muhammad he claimed he went to Allah in the top of a donkey, and he was able to go there in less than 8 hours and come back. And his way, he did not even stop in Mecca. When he was coming back, he stopped in Jerusalem supposedly. So here we find that Muslims, they are trying to create from fictions what something they can use as science. Now we go back to the article so we can laugh more. The angels who carry out those orders, those people back then measured the distance neither by kilometer or miles, but rather by how much time they need to walk. By what? How much time they need to walk. But if you notice here with me in the verse, it doesn't talk about the distance, it talk about time. Or what it's saying that it take 1,000 years of our counting for the angels to go down to go to Allah, which is 1 day for Allah. And here we have another problem. In the Old Testament, there's a metaphorical statement where it says that 1 day for you is the same, 1,000 years for you is the same as one day for God. But this is metaphorical. This is not about, because there's no time for God. Muhammad he copied that and he tried to make a story out of it and he put it in the Quran, and now it became funny. Why? Because if 1 day is equal to Allah time, as they explained to us in this article, that means Allah is included in the time. In order for 1 day for Allah to go, 1,000 years for us they go. That's mean Allah have time, we have time, but the time of Allah is a lot faster, for us is a lot slower. The difference between us and them and Allah, that 1 day for him is equal to 1,000 years of our time. But that will not change the fact that Allah now is under the force of nature, and he himself, he like encounter something called time, and he have a day for him. If we go to different verse in the Quran, we will find something more funny and more stupid, contradicting what the Muslims try to say. I did not read the article yet, but we will go there and we will show you, because in the whole article there's nothing about the light speed. I mean, do you see anyone? I will give you the link, and if somebody can show me where they got the light speed, how they notice that the angels they have the light of speed, I have no idea. Because in order to know what is the speed they pass to make it equal to the speed of light, then we have to know how much a distance they pass. Do you know the distance of Allah? You know what I mean? Or what we have in this statement here, that 1 day for Allah is equal to 1,000 years of your time, and that would take the angels to go up to heaven. But this is mean that it take a 1,000 year for the light of Allah, if He is light, to come to us, which mean if Allah He sent His light, or a light came from the location of Allah, is going to take 1,000 years before this light arrived to us. And that would be very funny, because simply the second you say to me that it's going to take 1,000 years for the light to come, we find out the location, and nowhere in the verse is speaking about such a thing. If we go to different verse in the Quran, we will find a contradiction. You can read the article, by the way, because there's nothing here is about the light speed or etc. It's just a fiction they are trying to create. Where anyone can show me where they got this from? The angels carry out the order of the etc. measure distance between neither in kilometer or by walk. For example, village 2 days. This is mean the distance equivalent to walking for 2 days. But this is not what this verse is saying. It says that Allah have angels, and angels come to us, and it take for Allah 1 day, it take for us 1,000 years, but we do not know how it take for the angels themselves. Are you following with me? According to science, if you change your location, time change. Time is relevant to where you are located. So if you change your location, you are in the space. 1 year in the earth, it might be maybe 4 years in different place, or 5 years, depend where are you. Time is not the same. Here Allah is fixed in his place, we are fixed in our place. The one is moving is the angels, and the angels, in order to go through the time, they have to go through multiple time, because this is changed based on the location. Time change based on the location. Same time, the Quran give us a contradiction, because in different verse in the Quran, Muhammad he said that the distance between Allah and the earth is 50,000 years. In chapter 70, verse number 4, it says, the angels and the spirit ascend into him in a day, the measure wherefore as 50,000 years. Okay, so what happened now? Did Allah change his location? This is the same angels, and this is the measurement of 50,000 years of our time. Our time is still the same. So now we have two chapters, one saying that the angels go to Allah and take them 1,000 years to go there, and one it says 50,000 years. In order for the Muslim to solve this issue, they say this verse here is speaking about the judgment day. It doesn't matter, because judgment day or today there is no different. Why is going to take them 50,000 years? What, they are out of gas? You told us that the angels they go in the speed of light, and it take them 1,000 years to go to Allah. So what happened now? Why it became 50,000 years? They lost their speed. The angels are out of gas. Their light is damaged. Maybe the light is going through the bullets or through the walls. You know what I'm saying, my friend? Here we go, the speed of the light. So why the Muslim they choose that verse to say this about the speed of light, not this one, where none of them is speaking about light? Why Allah don't say, well, look, this is the speed of light? Can't he say that? We go back to the article and laugh again at more contradictions. Yes, Gigi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, this is not Gigi. Oh, well, yes, I hear you.
Yes, I want to reject Islam.
You want to reject Islam?
Yes, I want to reject Islam.
Why you want to reject Islam?
I want to reject the version that ISIS uses to spread evil throughout the world.
This is Kenny Boner,
And
right?
I want to
How are you,
reject
Kenny? How are you?
version.
How are you, Kenny?
I want to reject the version that
How are you, Kenny?
Islamophobes,
How are you, Kenny? How are you?
people like you use
Did you buy my books or not yet?
to paint an ugly picture of Islam with broad strokes of your brush.
So let me
That's
ask
the
you.
Islam
You
I
said you
reject.
reject Islam, which is ISIS Islam, correct?
Yeah, and the version that you try to paint a
Okay.
picture of.
Well, isn't it ISIS Islam in the Quran?
No, sir, it isn't.
Do you wanna take a challenge?
What I want to do is I want to reject Islam that ISIS uses and the Islam that Islamophobes use,
Okay.
where you try to hijack Islam.
Let me ask you.
to your own
Okay,
end- for your own
let us
benefit.
see. What
Sure.
name for me one thing ISIS did is not Islamic.
Well, anytime you oppress people, if you kill people unjustly and you destroy
What unjustly mean? What? Tell me how
property,
you kill
you
people
destroy
justly.
lives.
Tell me how you can kill people justly. So you are saying to me your prophet he killed people but justly, right?
Only in self-defense, absolutely.
Only in self-defense. Okay. Let us
Right.
see.
So if someone is
All
killing,
right.
if someone is using Islam
Okay.
to
Let
kill
us see.
people
Only in
unjustly
self-defense.
and
Okay.
not in
Isn't it your prophet?
self-defense,
Isn't it your prophet who
but
said,
killing-
"I've been ordered"? Isn't it your prophet? He said, "I've been ordered to kill all mankind until they convert to Islam or they die."
As a Muslim, I want to reject the version.
You are not a Muslim. You are a potato. You are just a guy who is an idiot who do not know what to do. Seeking attention. Read for me the screen. Read what is in the screen.
I'm driving.
You
right
said
now.
you always you call me when you are driving. I think
Right,
I think you're not
driving right
driving.
now.
I think somebody is driving you. Now, listen, I want you to read for me. It says, "I have been commanded that I should fight against the people till they declare that there is no God but Allah." Are you saying your prophet was ISIS?
I'm telling you that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, only fought in defense of.
Here we go. He did not say I am defending. He said I am in order to fight until they declare, not until they stop fighting me. Stop lying.
Right, until the oppressors stop fighting. Right.
He said until you declare, not at the oppressor. Read with me. He said until they declare no God but Allah, and when they do, perforce there's no God but Allah, and their blood and their righteousness are granted protection from in my behalf. Which means if you don't say Allah is God and you don't say Shahada, Muhammad will take not only your life, will take your money.
Well, let's put this in the reality. Okay, so there were many people that were fought against the Muslims that actually become Muslim, right? And so your opportunity to do so is not too late until the day of judgment.
You are not answering. You see, you are a potato.
No, I am.
Answer what I showed you. Answer what I showed you. Did your prophet said I've been commanded to kill all mankind until they say Islam is the only religion? Yes or no?
Was sent as a mercy to all of mankind.
What mercy?
And
okay, answer me. Why you don't answer? I showed you what your prophet said. I want you to answer that. Go ahead.
The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, instructed the Muslims to fight only in just cause. That means against oppression.
This is just call. Just call. Anyone who rejects Islam, anyone who rejects Islam is in war with Allah.
Anyone who rejects Islam. There were many people around the Prophet and the Sahaba, peace and blessings be upon them, that rejected Islam.
He killed them all. All who reject Islam, either they are killed or you are a liar. Okay, let me ask you. Why there's no Christian? Why
let me-
there's no Christians? Why there's no Christians? No Jews left in the Arabian Peninsula?
There are Christians and Jews in the Arabian Peninsula.
Who is the donkey who said that to you?
Look, if you don't know facts, I can't. You know, I'm not going to debate it with you about.
You know the
facts.
facts. Okay, so you are saying to me your prophet is a liar because your prophet said, read the hadith with me. It says, I will expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula.
Fighting and oppressing the Muslims.
Don't stop lying. No, he said, I will expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula, and I will not leave any but Muslims.
The ones that were oppressing the Muslims.
Abdul, you are a big fat potato. Read the hadith. Show me where it says only those who fight. He says, I will expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula. And now in Saudi Arabia, there's zero Christians, zero Jews, zero atheists, zero gays, zero lesbian. Correct?
Period.
Just get lost, donkey. I have no time for stupidity. And don't call me again. Wasting my time. The prophet, they killed people only justly. Your prophet, he said the three letters: die or convert. Aslim taslam. Aslim taslam. Even the Quran forbid the Muslims to go for peace unless they are not the uppermost. Let us see. Aslim taslam. Enter Islam and you will be safe. Enter Islam. Okay, and if I enter Islam, what will happen? You will be safe. Do you see it? So they lie to us. They say Muhammad, etc. Muhammad, he said it clearly, I've been ordered to kill all mankind unless they convert to Islam and they pay the say the Shahada and they pay the zakat and they pray as we pray and they face the Qibla, which means they face the Kaaba, slaughter as we slaughter, do everything exactly as I do, otherwise I will kill you. As simple as that. If you break any of those commands, you will be considered as an apostate. This is why ISIS, when they see someone, he claimed to be a Muslim, but he don't pray, he is not to be considered as a Muslim. And look who is somebody telling me this is Kenny Bomer, the American convert. Don't fall into his lies. You want to teach me who to convert to who Mr. Dan? You want to tell me who is the one? I mean, what about you take my place and tell me what to talk to, how to talk to people? The people are funny. I've been ordered to do qital, which means to kill. Let us see the command of the prophet. And maybe you saw ISIS putting chains in the necks of people. You are the best of the people ever raised up for benefit of mankind. Between two bracket, benefit of mankind. Okay, what is the benefit of mankind? The prophet of Allah. And then he quote for us at chapter 3 verse 110. The best for mankind are those who bring them. Bring who? Bring mankind. And with the chains around their necks till they embrace Islam. That is Islam. So the prophet, he fight only those who fight, who says the best of mankind is those who go and bring people with the chains around their neck. All people. The benefit of mankind. Who is the ones that target to bring them with the chains? Mankind. In order to do what? Just to make them agree that Muhammad is a prophet. This man, he subdued all manpower to worship him and make himself equal to God. So he make hundreds of millions of idiots to go for war for one target, to surrender to Muhammad, who is dead in the ground, and he is a dust, and he smelled like poo-poo when he died. And yet you will see a scumbag calling us and says, I reject the version of ISIS. Is this ISIS or this is your prophet? Are we making things up? Is that hadith is da'if? This is Sahih al-Bukhari. Da'if, brother, da'if. This is da'if, brother. I reject the hadith. It's da'if. Isn't it the Quran said that Allah he ordered to cut the necks and fingertips of the disbelievers? Isn't it the Quran says crucify them and cut their hands? And this is exactly what ISIS do. When you hear a verse like this saying the punishment of those who wage war against Allah, you think that they are really waging war. This is not about war. Go and read the story behind it. Nobody waged war. This is the punishment. There's a guy, he's a sheikh. He saw a dream. He saw a dream that Allah Messenger Muhammad, he came to him in the dream. And he said to him a few things. In less than 48 hours, he was arrested, taken to Sharia court, and now he is, he's facing more than 80 count of violation of Islam, just because he saw a dream. All of them goes under this verse, chapter 5, verse number 33. And now the Sharia law court asked him for cutting his hands and his feet and putting nails in his eyes as a punishment by crucifixion. Just for seeing a dream. What is the war? When somebody says to you war, and he is a Muslim, they are talking about you rejecting Islam. The second you are rejecting Islam, you are waging war against Allah. Who is the enemy of Allah in the Quran? Anyone reject Allah? Whoever is the enemy of Allah and his angels and messengers, to Jibreel and Mikael, Allah is the enemy of the kuffar. But you cannot have a war with Allah. We cannot kill Allah, supposedly. Simply, he doesn't exist. We cannot kill the angels if they are real. Oh, I forgot. You can. In the case of Moses, when the angel of death came to Moses, find the hadith. Let us see where we can find it. Abu Huraira reported that the angel of death was sent to Moses, peace upon him, to inform him of his Lord summons. When he came, Moses boxed him on, and his eyes was knocked out. What the heck? Moses, he was doing boxing with the angel of death, Azrael. The angel of death came out back to Allah. This is the miraculous Muhammad and the miraculous Quran and the miraculous stories of this cult. Watch and laugh. So the angel of death came back to Allah and he said, you send me to a servant who do not want to die. What the heck? This guy Musa, he don't want to die. Allah restored his eye in its proper place. Boing. The poor angel, he was coming inside the house of Allah and his eye is coming out like boing, 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 boing. And Allah, what happened to you? What happened to your eye, idiot? You know, this Musa's, he have, you know, a black belt. He knocked my eye and he took it out. And it, look, my eye is broken. And not only, actually, there's different hadith says he knocked his eyes and he broke his wing. So now the guy, he have one wing is broken. So he knocked his eye and he went to Allah, and Allah, he restored his eye back in the proper place, which is in his nose or between his eyebrows, and revived his eyesight. So how you say to us in the story which we are talking about the speed of light, you are saying to us that the angel, they have the speed of light but they have eyes, and you're a prophet, he said they have wings. Jibreel specifically, he have 600 wings. Is that metaphorical or physical? Obviously it's physical. This cannot be metaphorical. Here we go, you see, he did destroy his eye, and this is Sahih hadith. Now Allah, he fixed his eyesight and he said to him, go back to him and tell him that if you want life, he must place his hand on the back of an ox. And he would be granted as many years of life as the numbers of the hair is covered by his hand. This is why, my friend, you want to have a big hand. If you have a small hand, you live less. Musa said, my Lord, what happened? Then he said, then you must court death. But notice with me here, the story is telling us that Muhammad is officially stupid. Why? Because if Moses can object the order of God and the command of God to die, and he beat the angel of death, that's mean all of us, we can do that. Why only Moses was able to beat the angel of death? The answer can be found in Chong Fong Chin Chi Chung Samurai School. If you go and do some research about Moses, you will find that he have many built in the Kung Fu, and he was even he was a master of a Bruce Lee. Actually, Bruce Lee, he was called by that name because each time Moses, he see him in his way, he see, leave from my way. And this is how Bruce Lee got his name, because Moses, he spank him and he make him Lee in the side. So the people, they call him Bruce Lee, which is coming from the word Moses Lee, because Moses in the Chinese language come as Bruce Lee, you know. So so Moses, he can beat the angel of death. Okay, I want to ask the Muslims here, why Moses don't beat the angel of death again and ask for more? Because as long Allah cannot kill him, as long he can kill the angel of death, as long Allah cannot accomplish death without the angel of death, and Moses can beat the heck of the angel of death, why angels can kill Moses even in the future? So in the article they say to us the angels are in the speed of light. We have two verses in the Quran, one saying that the angels they speed in 1,000 years of your time, one day to Allah. The other verse says 50,000 years, one day to Allah, which is contradiction. Nowhere in the verses speaking about light, nowhere in the verses speaking about speed in order to know what how fast the speed. Nobody knows where Allah is located. So how the Muslim they come to the conclusion that this is the speed of light? Stupidity versus fictions. In order to make a miracle, they made an article for us, but nowhere in the article can prove to us any of what they claim. It is the opposite. As we see, the more we study about this issue, the more we find that the Muslims are a bunch of hypocrites and they are making up stories. Lunar calendar month 12 months a year. Read the article and love. By the way, why Allah he chose the 12 moon calendar a year? Isn't it this is a mistake? The lunar calendar is a wrong calendar. Can't Allah come with better calendar? Anyone? And look what here they say, that Allah is saying, then God saying the angels travel in one day the same distance that the moon travel in 12,000 lunar. Where is that? They say to you, because in the Quran it says that the year for Allah is a 12 moon, but this is the year for you, you idiot, not for Allah. I mean, sometime, and if we go actually and we accept that this is for Allah, the Muslims they will lead us to something more nice. Look how they fabricate. They say to you that Allah in the Quran he says the year for Allah is a 12 month, but in order for us to believe that this is a year in the time and the location of Allah, that means Allah in his location there's a moon. He's not talking about our moon, but in fact he's talking about our moon. This is why he is adopting the 4 month. It's called the secured month, which is the Arab used to practice before Islam. The number of the months in the sight of Allah is a 12 in a year. Which year? Our year. We can go and read the interpretation. So ordained by him the day he created the heaven and the earth. So since Allah he created the earth and the heaven, from the beginning Allah created the day and the night to be the same as today, and the year was 12 months as now. But this is, by the way, according to science, this is wrong. According to science, the earth does not have the same time as today. Yes, it have day and night, but the day and the night is not 24 hours like now, and in the future is not going to stay the same. So the day and the night are not the same time. It is impossible that Allah is God, yet he says that for him a perfect year is a 12 lunar. If you notice here they say the word months. If you go in the article they use the word lunar. Anyone knows why? Why in the translation they did not use the word lunar? Here they have lunar. In the Quran translation they use the word month. The word shahr is not an Arabic word. This is an Aramaic and a Hebrew word in the same time. Shahr mean moon. So when you say 12 shahr, you don't say 12 month, you are saying 12 moon. And that is additional proof that your God Allah is a fake God, because the lunar calendar, if this is the calendar of Allah, is a proven very easy to be a wrong calendar. This is why we have to fix it every few years. It's not complete. Muhammad here was copying people around him who have the lunar calendar, including the Jews. The Sabian they have it, the Jews they have it, the Arab they have it, and Muhammad he follow what he learned from people behind him or before him. So in order to fabricate and to come with the speed of light, they have to make an article have nothing to do with reality, and it's far away from any truth. Neither the Quran says that, neither Muhammad says that, neither the Hadith says that, and even their article proving that they are false. Same time we showed you that the Quran bring us two dating. One, it says that Allah he deal with the earth and the heaven in a day equal to 1,000 years, as we see in chapter 32 verse number 5, and we showed you in chapter 70 verse number 4 it says the opposite, that the angels and the spirit ascended to him in a day in the measure wherefore as 50,000 years. If the angels they have a fixed speed of light, why here is taking them 50,000 years, and there they have 1,000 year as distance? Same time, Muhammad he received the chapter of Al-Fatiha today, let us say. As long the angels is going to take them 1,000 years to go up and 1,000 years to come down. That's mean in order for Muhammad to receive the second verse, the angels have to take them 2,000 years after they deliver the first verse. How Muhammad received the Quran then? Any Muslim can tell us? When you say to me that the Quran says, not me saying that, the angels they take the command from Allah, as we see in the article, read and laugh with me. Allah rules. Okay, what does that mean? The command of Allah is given to the angels, and the angels will travel to do the command of Allah, and it take them 1,000 years to come to the earth. And by the way, here you will see in the translation they say in a distance of 1 day. In the verse in the Quran it doesn't say the word distance at all. That is a fabrication. Chapter 32 verse number 5. Let us change the translator from the article to the website we are using. 32:5. Just to show you how the Muslims they fabricate, and we cannot accept their translation. They make a translation fit with the article they are making to prove a point. So they add words to the translation to make it about distance, to make it about speed, to make it about things is not there. Here we go. This is verse number 5. Where is the distance? Here he add the word space. Even there's no space. The Arabic in front of us it says يدبر الأمر من السماء إلى الأرض ثم يعرج إليه في يوم كان مقداره 1000 سنة مما تعدون. He rules the affair from the heaven to the earth, which means from the direction is from the heaven down to the earth. and then they go back to him in a day which is equal to 1,000 years of your time. That's it. Doesn't say anything about speed, doesn't say anything about distance, it doesn't say anything. All what it says that the angels, they go down to earth to do the command of Allah in one day for Allah, 1,000 years for us. So here Muhammad, he received a verse from Allah. Why Muhammad he received a verse second day? If the angels they need 1,000 years, 1,000 years to go, 1,000 years to come back. Any Muslim? Hello? Who is a Muslim want to give us a call? So all what we see in the Muslim articles is a change of translation, change of interpretation, adding words to the Quran to make it scientifically look like. We change the translator. It says he regulates the affair from the heaven to the earth, then shall its skin day to him in a day the measure of it, which is 1,000 years of your count. There's no distance, there's no speed, there's only time. And we cannot measure the speed unless we know two things at least. If we know the distance and we know the time, we can know the speed. If we know the speed and we know the distance, we can know the time, correct? I mean, it's a simple mathematics. But here all what we know is the time. How many of you is good in mathematics? So they lie and they fabricate and they add things is not even exist there. Let us see different fabricated miracle. Vision. Let us take one by one. Vision. A mysterious syndrome has been impairing astronomist vision on the International Space Station, causing untreatable. Okay, all right, okay. I'm not going to read the whole article. You read it, guys. But let's go to the Quran. But 1400 years ago, the Quran said, if Allah opened wormhole, the Quran says Allah opened wormhole. Okay. Read the translation with me and laugh. Even if we Allah open upon them from the heaven a door that they continued passing through, if they would say our sight is intoxicated, rather we have been bewitched. So they say to you that if you stay in the heaven in the spaceship, you have a barely vision. Your vision is not going to be good. Your vision is going to be disturbed. And they say to you, look, Allah in the Quran says, when we open for them the door of the sky and they are going up to the sky, they will say, look like as if we are drunk and we don't see good. We think we are, and they're black magic. Read carefully what the Muslim they say here. Sakarat in Arabic mean getting drunk. Dizziness, nausea, and pearl of vision are common symptoms of getting drunk. Today we know that astronomers expire dizziness and nausea pearl vision. Okay, hold on. If we go to the Quran and see the verses they are talking about, and we try to find out what the verse is talking about, all of us we will die laughing at the fiction of the Muslim try to create. Chapter 15, verse number 14 and 15. Let us go. All right. The same chapter they choose for us to speak about miraculous of pearly vision is speaking about something totally different. Read carefully with me, and I challenge any Muslim to say, I am lying. The one Allah is talking about is those who make fun of Islam, not those who go to heaven. Read carefully. We have sent without we have without doubt sent down the message, and we will assuredly guard it from corruption. But we know that the goat ate the Quran, and we know Omar, he said the Quran was 1,027,000 letter, and not even 20% or 30% of the Quran is left. We did send messengers before thee amongst religious sect of old, but never came a messenger to them, but they mocked him. Even so we do let it creep into the heart of the sinners. They should not believe in the message, but the ways of the ancient have passed away. Even if we open out to them a gate from heaven, and they were to be continue all day ascending therein, they would only say, our eyes have been opened to be drunk. Nay, we have been bewitched and sorcery. So all what he's saying, even if we take them to heaven, they will not believe it. All what this verse is about. The Muslim, they make it about when you go in the spaceship, you have a pearly vision. But hold on, the Quran itself says, if we continue reading the same chapter, you will see how stupid things will go. They are talking about if you go in the spaceship, you will have a pearly vision. Read with me carefully. It is we who have set the zodiacal signs in the heaven. So the God of Islam believe in zodiac signs. Do you see it? This is a spaceship now. The zodiac signs, Allah saying, I am the one who put them in the heaven. Continue. And we made them decoration for the beholder. So the God of Islam believe that the stars are decoration only, which means all the stars can be seen. The fact not even 1/1,000,000,000% of stars can be seen by eye. The rest are invisible for our eyes because they are too far. Then وَحَفَظْنَاهَا مِنْ كُلِّ شَيْطَانٍ رَجِيمٍ. And moreover, we have guarded them from every cursed devil. Hold on. The Muslim, they were talking about spaceship going to the space, but the Quran says nobody can go there because the space is guarded. Shaitan cannot go there, and even a human being cannot go there. But if any sign, any gains a hearing by stealth is pursued by a flaming fire. So if any shaitan try to go to the space, Allah will shoot him by a star. Do you see the science? If a shaitan he tried to go to the space, Allah will shoot him by the fire, and that story can be confirmed in different verses in the Quran. Read carefully with me. You see how they try to speak about the spaceship? Allah predict the spaceship. Those who go in the space, they will have a pearly vision. In chapter 67, verse number 5, it says, He is the one who created 7 heavens, one above one, to see no incorrectly the creation of the beneficent Allah. Then he look again, can we see the disorder? Then he turned back the eye again and again. Your look shall come back to you, confused while you are fatigued. I mean, the translation is really horrible. And certainly we have adorned the lowest heaven with lamps, and we have made such a lamps as missiles for Shaitan, and we have prepared for them. What the verse in here saying that the lamps are created to shoot the Shaitan in his ass, but the guys in the article talking about science and a spaceship. Not only this, we are not done. Not only this, in different verses in the Quran we will find the following. We will keep going. The Lord of the heaven and the earth, and what is between them, the Lord of the east. Surely we have adorned the nearest heaven with adornment a star, and there is safeguards against every rebellious Shaitan. They cannot listen to exalted assembly, and they are thrown at from every side, being driven away. For them is a perpetual chestmate, except him who snatches off but once, then there follow him a brightly shining flame. Horrible translation. I will change it, but as you see, the Quran, the Muslim, they speak about science. The Quran is speaking that there is genies and Shaitan, they spy at Allah, and that how Allah explained the falling meteor. He think that those are stars. They are made to shoot the Shaitan who try to spy at Allah. They are coming to Allah to spy at Allah. Allah have a meeting with the angels. He's giving them commands. So the Shaitan go there trying to spy, but he cannot, because the second he tried to go there, Allah he shoot them. Vish, vish, vish. We are not done yet. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, my friend. We hear you.
Hello, yeah. My name is Ustaz Jama Degwa.
All right, how I can help you?
You know me now. Why you ask me that question?
Sorry?
Help me as well. Don't you remember me?
No, I do not know you. Who are you?
Connected us together last week.
I don't hear
And
you,
we
my
are
friend.
unable to finish our discussion.
I don't say again what?
I said last week I was connected to you.
Oh, are you the one who called himself Ustaz?
By your first Yeah.
How are you, Ustaz? How are you doing?
When did you block my boy today?
I blocked what?
Latif. Hello? You blocked Latif Hassan.
Because he's a kid. He said he don't accept the hadith. Do you accept the hadith or not?
I told you that day.
I ask you, I'm asking you, don't change the topic, don't shut topic. You're asking me why you block this guy. This guy, he play game. He claimed first that he don't accept hadith. Do you agree that a Muslim can be a Muslim without accepting hadith? Yes or no?
I will do to be accepted. It has not contradict the Quran.
No, my friend, he did not say that. He said he don't accept the hadith. Anyone, he said I don't accept the hadith.
He didn't tell you that.
Okay. Okay, let me ask you. Okay, let me ask you. As long it does not contradict the Quran, I will go with you. Your prophet, he said the sun set in a murky water. Do you agree with that hadith?
Is that what?
Your prophet, he said the sun set in a murky water.
Can you show me the trace in the Quran?
Show you the verse in the Quran?
The traces of the Quran here.
All right, no problem. Do you see my screen with me?
No. No.
Okay,
No.
chapter 18, verse number 86. Read it for us.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook.
All right, chapter
Let's see.
18, chapter 18, verse number 86.
Chapter 18,
Yes.
verse number what?
Hmm?
Verse number what?
86.
86. 86. Don't always run away from the.
Sorry?
Hello?
Yeah.
Why do you always run away from the Bible?
Don't change the topic. Let's finish what we are talking about. Read the verse.
I said, why do you always run away from quoting the Bible?
My friend, nobody is running away. You are the one is running away from quoting the Quran right now. You are the one is running away from quoting the Quran. You ask me where it says the sun set in the murky water. I gave you the verse, and now you are running away, changing the topic. It is you who's running away. Read the verse for me.
I will read the version.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm not asking you a
Nobody
question.
is running away, and I will get you busted. You can quote for me from the Bible as much as you want. You can quote from the Bible as much as you want. Read the verse for me. Read the verse for me. We are waiting for you, my friend. Go ahead.
Now, let me take it from verse 83.
Okay.
So you give me time
Sure,
to
go
explain
ahead.
myself.
We are reading. Go
Don't
ahead.
interrupt.
Go ahead.
Now, the Quran said from Allah, not Muhammad said. Quran said, they ask you concerning your name. They will ask you Muhammad. Allah is telling Muhammad that they will ask you about Dhul in. Say, tell them, I will re-ask to you something of a story. Tell them that God will tell me about Zulkarnain.
Okay. Who is Zulkarnain? Who is Zulkarnain?
And the means.
My friend, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Who is Zulkarnain? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Before you continue, I'm letting you reading. It's okay. It's okay. We can stop for a second to tell me who is this guy first. Who is Zulkarnain?
Let me finish.
Who is Zulkarnain? Who is Zulkarnain? If you don't mind.
Finish my.
So you do not know who is Zulkarnain? Is that the answer? Do you know who is Zulkarnain, or you do not know?
Let me read to the end, please.
Okay, but you promised me you will tell me who is Zulkarnain, right?
I said, please.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now said, surely we established his power on earth.
Okay.
And we gave him the ways, means to all ends. 85. One such way he followed. 86. Until he reached the setting of the sun, he found it set in a spring of murky water. Near it he found a people. We said, don't condemn. You have authority either to punish them or to treat them with kindness. He said, whoever does wrong, him shall we punish. Then shall he be sent back to his Lord, and he will punish him with a punishment unheard of before. But whoever believes and work righteousness, he shall have a goodly reward, and easy will be his task as we order it by our command. So what are you asking me?
My friend, you are very funny. I asked you why your God, he said, I asked you where your God said the water sit in the murky water. So you read the whole chapter, and now you're asking me what I'm asking you. So I was asking you two questions now, because you are the one who started reading from verses. Let me tell you what I'm asking you. Don't cut me. You see, you asked me to let you finish, and now you said to me, what are you asking me? Let me tell you what I'm asking you. First of all, who is Zulkarnain? Number two, how your God say that the sun sit in the murky water? The mic is yours. Who is Zulkarnain, and how the sun sit in the murky water? Go ahead.
Zulkarnain is a messenger of God.
Who is he?
People.
Who is he?
So one day, yeah, a messenger of God.
Who is he?
Of Allah.
Who is he? Where he was? What is his language? What is his location? What his name? Who is he?
I don't know his location.
Okay, do you know what
Al-Qurnayn?
Do you know what Al-Qurnayn mean? Do you know what Al-Qurnayn mean?
Al-Qurnayn.
Yeah, what Al-Qurnayn mean?
Show me in the Quran the meaning.
I'm asking you. You are the scholar. You call yourself Ustaz. So let us say I am a person from Nigeria. I'm a person from Nigeria, and you are the Ustaz. So if one of your students call you Mr. Ustaz, which means you claim to be a teacher, who is Zulqarnain and what Zulqarnain mean? What you will say to him?
I've told you, Zulqarnain is a messenger of God.
Who is he? Who is he? He is a messenger of God. He in which nation? What language? What his name? Zulqarnain. Do you know what Zulqarnain mean?
Meaning of what?
What Zulqarnain meaning? The meaning in Arabic. What Zulqarnain mean?
I don't know.
You do not know, so you call yourself Ustaz. Zulqarnain mean the guy with the two horns. Let me teach you the one you call yourself Ustaz, which means you call yourself teacher and master. Zulqarnain. Let me answer you. Let me answer you, Nigerian boy. Boy, you are no Ustaz. You know nothing. You just said I do not know. So let me teach you. Zulqarnain in Arabic. Shut up. Let me answer you. Zulqarnain, shut up, let me talk. You do not know. You just said you do not know. Zulqarnain means let me talk, man. You don't act like a kid. You said you do not know. I know. Zulqarnain means the guy with the two horn. Why he was called the guy with the two horn? Do you know?
Where is it written in the Quran?
It's in here in front of you. Zulqarnain. This is what Qurnain mean. The guy with the two horn.
Where in the Quran written that the meaning?
It's in the front of you, you idiot. This is what the word mean in Arabic. Zulqarnain. This is what Al-Qurnain mean. This is what Al-Qurnain mean.
I said, where in the Quran you found the meaning of
my friend, this is the Arabic word. The Qurnain mean two horn. Are you stupid or what? In Arabic, the word Qurnain, don't tell me what is the meaning. This is what it says. The Quran says. The Quran says the guy with the two horns. This is not a name, you idiot. You see, you claim to be a teacher, but you are a certified liar. Al-Qurnain in Arabic. Okay, let me show you. If I show you, what Al-Qurnain mean? I'm asking you. You claim to be a teacher. What Al-Qurnain mean?
From the Arab word.
Yeah. And what the word mean? And what the word mean two horn, correct?
Is it an Arab man?
Yes.
How do you decide?
Otherwise, hold on. It is an Arabic word. I don't care what it's an Arab man or not. The word is Zulqarnain, mean the guy with the two horn. Yes or no?
Ibrahim is an Arabic word. Ibrahim.
Abdul, listen, Abdul, I'm asking you now. I'm asking you. Shut up, you coward. Why Allah call him the guy with the two horn? Do you have an answer?
I said you are a liar. Zulqarnain was never an Arab man.
I am not saying he's an Arab. This is Alexander the Great, you idiot. This is Alexander the Great, you donkey. This is Alexander the Great. This is not an Arab. I am not saying he's an Arab. I am saying Zulqarnain is an Arabic word. Stop, donkey. Listen, donkey. Ustaz donkey. Listen, Zulqarnain. Okay, let me get you busted. What interpretation would you like me to read for you? What? Who?
I said, is Zulqarnain an Arab man?
No, this is Alexander the Great.
You telling me now Zulqarnain means man with two horns in Arab word?
I said in Arabic the word Qurnain mean the guy. Zulqarnain mean the guy with the two horn.
You are a liar.
I am a liar. Okay, I challenge you. Which interpretation you like me to read for you? What interpretation you like me to read for you?
Wikipedia is not an Arab word.
I ask you, what is the interpretation you like me to read for you?
So that you gave is lie.
I'm asking Abdul, what's wrong with you? Why you are scared? What interpretation you like me? What interpretation you like me to read for you? Stop playing games.
Hello. You don't even know what I'm talking about. I asked you a question. Is Zulqarnain an Arab man? He said no. You are not given Arab meaning So what's he doing wrong?
Abdul, is the Quran in Arabic or it's in the Greek?
Is that what?
Is the Quran written in Arabic or written in Greek?
It's Arabic.
Okay. Is Zulqarnain a name? Is Zulqarnain is a name or description? Is Zulqarnain, shut up. Is Zulqarnain, shut up. Is Zulqarnain a name or description?
Shut up. Let me talk. Now, Zulqarnain is as, look at Abraham. Abraham was a great.
Don't change the topic, Abdul. Don't change the topic. Is Zulqarnain a name? Is Zulqarnain a name or description? Is Zulqarnain a name or description?
Zulqarnain was not an Arab man, and you know it. The name was coined from his original name to Arab man. So if you can get the original name of Zulqarnain.
Okay, hold on. I want to ask you. You claim to be Ustaz. What is the reference of what you are saying? That Zulqarnain is the name of the guy.
Thank you. I said Zulqarnain was coined from his original name, unlike Abraham. That's it.
Abdul, when you mention something to me, I would like you to give me a reference. Where is the reference of what you just said? Can you give me a reference?
Thank you. In the Bible or in the book of Moses, Abraham was a prophet of God. So, name of Abraham we know to the Hebrews. Ibrahim is the coined one in Arab world. Abraham was never an Arab man.
Abdul, are you stupid or what? Why you are changing the topic? What Abraham have to do with our Qur'an? Stop being a liar. Let me get you busted. This is Tafsir at-Tabari. Everybody will laugh at you. You call me, you're asking your destiny to be destroyed. Here we go. This is, shut up, you idiot. This is Tafsir at-Tabari. Zulqarnain is a guy who is a guy with the two horns. Shut up, potato. Coward. Read with me and laugh. Big mouth. Coward. Listen, coward. If you want to talk to me, you should let me talk. If you will not let me talk, we cannot talk. Do you agree? To let me talk or not? This is Tafsir at-Tabari. Is going to show everybody that you are a certified donkey. Read it for me. I challenge you. I gave you the link. It's in your Skype. Open it and read it. You do not know Arabic, you are a liar. And this is at-Tabari saying that Zulqarnain was given that description because they beat him twice in his head. Read it. You coward. Why you don't read it? Okay, read it for us. Read at-Tabari. No, read at-Tabari for me. Do you know how to read Arabic?
My phone.
Do you know how to read Arabic?
I am on Facebook Live.
I don't care. Do you know how to read Arabic? Read it.
So that's why I said I can't see what you are reading.
Read the Tafsir at-Tabari for the verse. Read Tafsir at-Tabari. This is Tafsir at-Tabari.
I don't allow Tafsir. Tafsir is the perception of the writer.
Oh, so Tafsir, okay, let us make it clear. So you agree that the Muslim Tafsir, all of it agree with me, and you are the only one have his own Tafsir.
And because that is the only, back then.
So let me ask you, if there is one Tafsir agree with your donkey, is there is one Tafsir in the world agree with you, Mr. Donkey Ustaz?
You are a fool.
If there is one Tafsir agree with you, are you saying to me that all Muslim scholars agree with me, but not even one scholar agree with you?
As written it as an understanding.
I want you claim to be Ustaz. When somebody says he's Ustaz, you have to give reference. Okay, where you are giving me your interpretation? Are you giving me your own interpretation? Obviously, yes. Your scholars, they say that this guy was called the man with the two horns because they hit him in his head first time he invited them to Islam, and he got a pimple in his head. It's called a horn.
You told me about it. Let me ask you a question. Was it just to show idiots?
Okay, Abdul. So the interpretation agree with me. Abdul, listen. Abdul, potato.
Answer my question.
Potato, stop,
Did you
stop.
believe that Jesus was sent to the whole world?
Get lost, donkey. Let your mama call me. And you say to me why I block them? Here we go. I will block you too. You don't let me talk. You don't change the topic. You are a coward. You are a potato. You do not know how to speak Arabic, and you don't agree with your scholars. And now you claim that you have your own interpretation, and you claim that Zulqarnain is a name, and not even a single Muslim in the world agree with that. Zulqarnain, this is what Arabic mean, the man with the two horn. You are a certified donkey trying to fool, scam the Nigerian people. We talk about Zulqarnain, you start talking about Abraham. We talk about the sun sitting in murky water, he start talking about Jesus. Potato, potato. So you say to me, why you block that idiot? He's idiot like you, liar like you. He said he don't accept the hadith. Not hadith contradict the Quran. And by the way, all the hadith contradict the Quran, because the Quran contradicts itself. However, if we show you a hadith not contradicting the Quran, you don't accept it. If we show you a hadith contradict the Quran, still you accept it. As an example, mut'ah. The Quran says you do mut'ah, the hadith says don't do mut'ah. You say to us you don't accept the hadith contradict the Quran. There is tons of rules are abrogated in Islam. It is in the hadith, not in the Quran, which means this is a contradiction for the Quran. Stupidity. Now, if we go back where he refused to read for us, and you see he asked me to read 10 verses before and 10 verses after, but he did not answer the question how Zulqarnain, the guy with the two horn, found the sun setting in murky water. Do you see it? I mean, who cares even about the name of the Zulqarnain? But I'm not going to talk to you because you shout a lot. I noticed that those Nigerian Muslims, they have big mouth, they say nothing, they are foolish. They will not let you talk, and they are like a talking machine, blah 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 blah, and they say things which is against their cult. When I say something, I show reference, I put it in the screen, everybody read with me. I say Zulqarnain is a guy who got hit in his head first time, and he was killed, and he got the first horn, and then he came to invite his people again to Islam. They hit him again in his head, and he got the second horn. Zulqarnain, as a word in Arabic, mean the guy with the two horn. It's not a name, you eat the donkey. This is Tafsir al-Tabari. It says the following: جئتم تسألوني عن ذي القرنين وما تجدونه في كتبكم. كان شاب من الروم فجاء فبنى مدينة مصر الإسكندرية. You are coming to me to ask me about the guy with the two horn and what is in your books. He was a young man from the Roman, and he came and he built a city in Egypt. It's called Alexandria. And when he finished, an angel came to him and he took him up to the sky, and he said to him, what do you see? He says, I see my city and many cities. And then he took him up more, and he said to him, what do you see? He says, I see my city. And then he took him up more. He said, what do you see? He say, I see the earth, and this is the ocean. And then he says, Allah, he sent me to you to teach the ignorant and to fix the knowledge. And then he came with him until he found a dam between two mountains, and those mountains are lousy. They are like they fell in the top of each other. And he walked with him until he found Gog and Magog, and then he walked with him into other nation, and their faces is the faces of dogs. They are fighting the people of Gog and Magog. And then he took him more until he walked with him to other nation. They were fighting each other, and their faces are faces of dogs. And then he took him to other nations, etc., etc. So when we say something like this, we prove it. We don't make things up. You claim to be an ustaz. Ustaz mean master, teacher. Shame on you, self-claim. You do not know Arabic. You don't speak Arabic. You cannot read your own books, and you claim knowledge. We ask you simple question: who is Al-Qurnayn? You do not know. You do not know. If I call this guy again, do you think, guys, he will give us the answer, or he will shout, scream non-stop? He will shout, scream. They will never answer, because he knew he have no knowledge. Let us laugh. Did you hear the interpretation I was reading for you?
Mr. Idiot, why do you block me?
Did you read the interpretation I was reading for you, Abdul?
I didn't even read anything. Why do you block me?
Are you there? Are you there?
Why do you block me? Why do you block me?
No, you are not allowing me to read. I have to stop you so I can read for you. I was reading for you. So did you see my reading?
I don't even see it.
Okay, now I want you to read for me the interpretation I gave you, please.
Which one?
I gave it to you in Skype. Open the link and read it, please.
I don't have it here. I'm not with my phone.
You don't have Arabic in your phone, so do you know Arabic?
I don't have my phone with me.
Okay, I'm asking you. Do you know Arabic? Do you know my friend? I'm asking you. Do you know Arabic? He hang up. He don't know Arabic. He is teaching Islam, and he claimed that he is a master in Islam, but he do not know Arabic. Let me call him again. He's hanging up on me. The second I said to him, do you know Arabic? Insist to know Arabic. He hang up, because this is very embarrassing. His guy, he is making himself equal to Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik do not know Arabic. Didat do not know Arabic, and this donkey do not know Arabic, and yet they claim to be scholars. How in the world you claim to be a scholar but you do not know Arabic? How you can read your books? And you see, now I am calling him, he is hanging up, the coward. Very embarrassing. See, he's hanging up. My name is Ustaz. Ustaz, as they say. What a potato. What a coward. What's Dhul Qarnayn mean? Is Dhul Qarnayn al-Arab? No, he's not. He's Alexander the Great, you idiot. And how your God, he make Alexander the Great, who is a bisexual, a prophet of God? Alexander the Great is a bisexual. Allah, he chose a bisexual to be a prophet of Allah, and he found the sun set in a murky water. Isn't it? This is amazing. Yeah, let's see. We have some callers from Nigeria. Who's next? Okay, call me, Nigerian guy. You will see here in front of me, it says, حدثنا ابن حميد قال حدثنا حكام blah 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 blah. It says from. It says he ordered them to fear Allah Zulqarnain, he ordered his people to fear Allah, and they did hit him in his head, in the side of his head, and they killed him. And then Allah, he made him come up again, and they did hit him in the other horn, and he died. This is why he was called the guy with the two horn. Here it says, فَدَعَ قَوْمَهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ. So he invited them to worship Allah. They hit him in his horn, and he died, and Allah brought him back again to life. And then he invited his people again to Allah, and they hit him again in his horn, and he died. And this is why he was called the guy with the two horn. Oh boy, chat only. I don't chat only. Sorry, you want to talk to me, call me. I don't do chat. What? Don't waste my time. Let us call the ustaz. Answer, potato. Answer, coward. He will not answer. See, that's it. He called me back. He thought maybe he can, you know, gambling. The guy he called me before, we made him shish kebab, and now he tried to retain the honor which was dismissed all over the floor. So he said, maybe if I call him now, maybe I can more lucky. But he noticed right away that he have no luck. He's being stupid. This is how they make money from you. They claim to be people of knowledge, but they cannot read 2 sentences from their book. What Zulqarnain mean? He do not know. He think it's a name, the idiot. He think it is a name. What a donkey you are. Now we go back to our topic. As you see, Zulqarnain, he found the sun sitting in murky water, while the Muslims in their article are speaking about the pearly vision. The Quran says that Allah it challenged mankind. Give him a chance. Answer, Abdul, answer. Answer, Allah will help you, come on. Ustaz. You will not answer. Potato. All right. So as you see, the Quran is full of garbage, and the Muslim they try to say to us in the Quran, even speaking about when you go in this space, you will have difficulty with your vision. But this is not what the Quran is speaking about. The Quran was talking, if we try even to take them to heaven, they will say we are drunk, we don't believe it. Suddenly it became about spaceship when the Quran even challenged anyone to go to the space. Isn't it the Quran says none of you can go to the space? Isn't it Allah he challenged mankind and genie to go to the space? Let us see. In chapter 55, verse number 33, Allah challenged mankind and genie both together to leave the zone of the earth. And if you try, look what Allah will do to you. Read with me carefully. O company of jinn and man, if you have power to penetrate all the region of the heaven and the earth, then penetrate them, but you will never be able to do so. And save by our sanctions. If you go and see what the sanctions, they will say only angels and prophet of God they can go through. If you are not an angel, which means not including the sanctions, Allah will shoot your ass. There will be sent against you both who? Mankind and genie who try to go out of the zone of the earth. A fire and the flesh of brass, and you will not escape. Do you see it? This is what Islam is about. The Quran deny and says nobody can leave to the space, and if you try to leave the space, Allah will shoot you. So what the Muslim talking about, the speed of light, spaceship? If you go in the space, you will have a difficulty with your vision. All this fabrication, when the Quran obviously is nothing but a fairy tale book. The same as we asked this guy who claimed to be Ustaz about Zulqarnain, who found the sun set in the murky water. Your God did not even know where the sun set. The sun doesn't set anywhere. When we asked this guy, he said we refuse hadith if it is contradict the Quran. Well, the Quran said the sun set in the murky water, and the hadith confirmed that. Until he reach the setting of the sun. Reach where? The setting of the sun. How in the world can a person reach the sun, setting of sun? How in the world I can reach that? I do not need to go anywhere to reach the setting of the sun, because the sun set everywhere. So in order to understand until he reached the sun setting place, he have to be going to a place where the sun set, which is a location, and then he found it. Allah is stating a fact what he found. The one is talking here, by the way, is Allah, not the guy who is called Zulqarnain, the man with the two horns. He found it sitting in a spring of murky water. Let us see what Muhammad he say about that. Do Muhammad confirm that the sun set in the murky water? Absolutely. Read it. I was sitting behind Allah messenger, or messenger of Allah, who was riding on a donkey while the sun setting. He asked, do you know where this set, which means the sun? I replied, Allah and his apostle know better. So Muhammad have knowledge of Allah. He said it's set in a spring of warm water, and here they quote the Arabic word hamia, which actually boiling water. Actually, this is why it's murky, because it's boiling. Is this hadith is weak? Absolutely not. Sahih. Is that a contradiction for the Quran? Absolutely not. So the story confirmed twice. Once explained by the Ustaz Muhammad, the one who called himself prophet, and one explained by the Quran, Ustaz Allah. And now we got Ustaz Nigerian boy busted, who claimed to be a person who have knowledge. He don't speak Arabic, he do not know Arabic, he cannot read Arabic, yet he is teaching about Allah and the religion of Allah. And look how many times I tried to call him, he will not answer. He went offline now to save his ass from more embarrassment. And by the way, the reason he called, because all the Muslims in his page, they are accusing him that he is, he's getting paid by me. Muslim, they are saying that he is a fake person, he cannot be a Muslim. People, they are saying to me that this guy you brought is a fake scholar, he is not a Muslim. Now everybody is watching, and all the Muslim, they can judge which one of us is telling the truth. I said Zulqarnain mean the man with the two horns. He said it's a name. His father, he called him the guy with the two horns. Hey, two-horn boy, come here. Actually, I saw a Chinese movie that a kid, he have a horn in his head, and when you hit him in his head, he turned like to be like the devil. And look of them. The one before him, he claimed that he speak Arabic. When we gave him Arabic, he refused to read. He cannot see it no more. This guy, we ask him, do you know Arabic? He hang up. The second we start asking him, I insist, if he know Arabic, I want an answer, he hang up. Because if he say, I don't, this is very embarrassing. So do you see how they fabricate and they say miraculous Quran? Until now, did you see anything here miraculous? This is the most stupid book. Not only that, if you continue the story, you will see here, he found where the sun rise too. Not only where the sun set. Until, so he changed the direction after that, and then he went until when he came to the rising of the sun, the rising place of the sun, and he found it rising on people who for whom had no provide no covering. He found the rising place of the sun. Are you sure? Where is that location? Any Muslim tell me where is the rising place of the sun? Any smart Muslim, he have an answer. The miraculous Quran. And not only that, after he arrived where the sun rise, he found people there, and they are fighting with creatures. They are called people of Gog and Magog, which is not a human. Gog and Magog, they are creatures who they sleep inside their ears. Their right ear is so big like a tent, so at night he cover himself, he warp himself by his ear, and he sleep inside his ear. It's like a tent. So those people, they ask Zulqarnain, the man with the two horn, to build a dam between them and Zulqarnain and Gog and Magog. And until now, people of Gog and Magog, they are trying to open a space so they can penetrate in and invade the earth. Is Gog and Magog is a fiction or a true story? Hmm? Any Muslim? If I show you the story of Gog and Magog from the mouth of Muhammad, you will die laughing. Let us search for some stories about Gog and Magog. The Prophet said, today, the wall, the barrier of Gog and Magog has been opened so much. Oops, oops, oop, 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 oop. That's very dangerous. If Gog and Magog is able to open that wall, they will invade all the way to Mecca. They will control the whole earth. And Muhammad, he made a false prophecy that the whole of Gog and Magog today open too much. And by the way, it's not even a wall. It's a dam built by iron. Where we can find this dam, and how those people, they are trillions of times by numbers more than the human being. We cannot find them. We can't even find one of them. The Prophet said, a hole has been opened in the dam of Gog and Magog. And he made the number 90 with his fingers. Which is like a small size. This is a big hole. That's dangerous. You see it? Gog and Magog. Muhammad here is making a prophecy. He said, today an opening of the size of this size, and he made small in his finger size, been made in the barrier restraining Ya'juj wa Ma'juj, or Ya'juj wa Ma'juj. And the PBUH made a circle with his thumb, the index finger. I said, oh Allah Messenger, shall we perish while still there will be righteous people among us? The Prophet said, yes, when wickedness prevail. You are the master of wickedness. The Muslim will use the bows and arrows and shield of Gog and Magog as firewood for 7 years. Muslims, did you use it? Gog and Magog, they are using arrows and shield? Did you really use it? False prophecy. Look how much fiction Muhammad, he learned stories from the Jews and people around him, and he add them to his books, and then he promote them to scare people with fictions. And actually Gog and Magog is one of the signs of Judgment Day, as you see. All those speaking about Gog and Magog. Any Abdul?
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I've just come on your show just to discuss about Islam.
All right. So you're a Muslim, my friend?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim, yeah.
Okay, what do you think about the Muslim? They claim that Quran is full of miraculous stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like what?
There's many things, like for example, in the time of the Prophet no one knew about, in the Quran is mentioned about embryology. So in the way a baby looks in the stomach of a mother,
Okay, can you give me
without
a
science
verse?
you won't know.
No problem. Can you give me a verse so we can take a look at it, please?
Yeah, just one moment.
No problem.
Just pull it up 1 minute.
Do you want me to help you? I can help you. Go to chapter 23, verse number 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one you are looking for, right?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Okay, so read it for us, please. What it says.
Which one?
Chapter 23, verse 14. You said this is the one you're looking for.
Yeah, so he says that ثُمَّ خَلَقْنَا النُّطْفَةَ, so he created sperm drop, and then this sperm drop was so he made a sperm into a clot of congealed blood. Then of that clot we made a lump. Then we made out of that lump bones and clothed the bone and with flesh. Then we developed out of it another creature. So blessed be Allah, the best to create, to best to create.
So this is the science now. This is science for you.
Yeah, that's definitely science.
How?
The way Allah described it of the, what do you call it, the lump in the mother's belly. The way it was exactly perfect as
really
an
perfect.
H.
So according to you, science agreeing that sperm became a blood.
Into a clot of congeal. Yeah, that's right.
What science says that? Can you show me any reference?
No, I don't have a reference to.
So how you know that this is what the science says? I mean, this is not smart, because the sperm will not transform to be a dead blood. Congealed blood is dead blood, and dead blood is dead blood. That's it. Doesn't grow, doesn't do anything, is dead.
No, there's other reasons. This is just one of them, which I point out. Obviously, I don't know full details about this, but there's many reasons why the Quran is miraculous.
But you are the one who chose this one for me. Remember, it's not me who chose it for you. So
yeah, that's fine. I can choose a different.
So yeah, I mean, so do you agree now? This one is a lie, is not true?
No, I need to do more research on it.
Okay, but hold on. Forget about the sperm transform into a congealed blood, which is very funny. Then it says that the clot became a lump, and then the lump became bones, and then we closed the bones with the flesh. So do you think really that Allah, He made you as bones, and then at the end He clothed you with the flesh? Do you agree with that?
It was a process how it was. So it was a lump, then bones, and then there was one moment.
If you want to ask like for help or to call a friend, it's okay.
Yeah, could you say that again? I'll just get busy.
So according to the verse, I don't know if you can see my screen. Allah, He made you like this, and then at the end He cover you with the flesh. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. So the way it was done, but I don't know too much detail about that, so I'd rather go to a different topic.
Yeah, I don't know. I know, but you are the one who chose it. But I mean, this is very funny, because how He say that He made you bones, and then after that He clothes you with the flesh. What is the heart? Where is the? So now we are just bones. So you Muslims, you copy paste. They told you that the embryology in the Quran is amazing, etc. It's just the most silly, stupid thing ever. Okay, I will give you a chance to change the topic. Give me something else. Forget about this one. So this one looked like it is Allah was wrong, and Allah cannot be God. Now, give me something else.
The preservation of the Quran.
Preservation of the Quran. That's wonderful. How the Quran was preserved?
So the way the Quran preserved, or for generations, mass transmission. So the Quran came down in mass transmission, and normally you would expect mass transmission to there should be an error in it, but because it came from Allah, there's no error in the Quran. We only have one book.
We just showed you an error. What are you talking about? Didn't we just show you in the same verse? There's at least five.
That's according to your. Yeah, that's according to your
according
opinion.
to me. You are the one who said to me miraculous and science, and we go there. This is error. Same time, the Quran was collected by Muslims, correct?
Pardon?
The Quran was collected by Muslims. Is that correct?
So yeah, it was collected by the Sahaba as a companions.
Okay. What is the Quran of the Sahaba?
The Osmanis.
What is the Quran? What is the Quran of Uthman? Do you have it?
It's verbally. What do you call it? It was memorized.
So how you say we collected, but it's verbally memorized? What kind of collection? This collection? Why you don't have a book? You don't have manuscript.
It's collected as well. So it's even if there wasn't, for example, just for argument's sake, if you said there's no book, it's still what do you call it? Preserved verbally.
Okay, how it's preserved verbally? I want you to give me the verses of stoning to death.
Pardon?
I want you to give me a verse, the one which Muhammad he received from Allah to stone women to death for adultery. Do you have it?
Stone women to death. I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm not sure what do you mean.
don't you Muslims agree that if a man or woman they commit adultery and they are married, they have to be stoned to death? Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, this is a verse in the Quran. It was in the Quran. Where we can find it in the Quran?
I'm
No
not
way.
sure what you're referring to. Are you talking about the hadith, where it comes in the hadith?
No, this is a verse. This is a verse in the Quran. Quran used to have verses of stoning to death. Verses about a breastfeed for adult. Many verses are gone in the Quran. We cannot find them. And as you see,
They must have been abrogated. The certain verses they've
my
been
friend,
abrogated.
how you abrogate the verse by deleting the verse from the Quran? You told me you reserve it because there's verses in the Quran, they are abrogated, but they are in the Quran still. Why you are and by the way, it's not abrogated because stoning to death is a practice of Muslims today. It's not abrogated. So what do you mean?
No, there's certain verses in the Quran. What do you call it? They were the certain verses they abrogated. The certain verses Allah can take out anytime. That this was not. This is a period when the revelation was coming. It's not that we can do it now. This was a period when Allah was
let me ask
sending
you,
the revelation.
did Uthman burn other Quran when he collect the Quran, as you claim?
Yep.
Okay, how the Muslim preserve the Quran but they burn the Quran?
So what he did was there was it's because the Quran came I think it was 7 dialects. So the Quran came in different dialects. So people were getting confused. So what he did, he compiled all the dialects into one book. So it makes it easy for people.
Okay. So you are saying to me, Allah he caused people confusion by sending 7 dialects, and it was a mistake, and Uthman he corrected Allah.
No, it was a mistake.
So why they are confused then?
Because they were getting confused, because some people were, because the new Muslims that are coming into Islam, they weren't learning enough. So
now
this is a process.
with the new Quran, of Uthman, when you say he put the 7 dialect together, what does that mean? I mean, what does that mean? He wrote the same verse 7 times? No.
Nah.
So what does that mean?
So the way you wrote the verse, you could read it in different ways. So the Zabar Zair Pesh, you can read it in different ways.
Okay, let me ask you, what is the first chapter Muhammad he received as a prophet?
The first verse or chapter?
The chapter or verse is the same.
The verse was Surah what do you call it now? Surah Alaq.
Okay, is that now the first verse in the Quran?
Yeah, that was the first verse.
Okay, but now is it in the first verse in the Quran?
The order, the Prophet told the companion to order it in a different way.
Can you show me the reference that he ordered them to do so?
Let me just check.
I will give you 20 years.
Nonetheless, while I'm finding it, nonetheless, he was a companion of the Prophet, so he had authority to compile it. And
he have authority to alter the Quran. That's wonderful, guys. If he is a companion of Muhammad, if you are a friend of Muhammad, you have authority to change the Quran. That's wonderful.
No, he was told by the Prophet.
Who? Okay, even if the Prophet, who is the Prophet who have the authority to change the Quran of Allah? If Allah gave it to him in such a way, who is even Muhammad to change how Allah gave it to him?
Allah inspired him to.
Show me where Muhammad he says that. This is a big fat lie, my friend. There's nowhere it says that.
Says what? He was inspired by Allah. Everything
he said to Uthman, change the way the Quran is made. The Quran actually in chapter 75 verse number 17, Allah said, Inna alayna jam'uhu wa Qur'anahu. It is for us to collect the Quran and to recite the Quran. It is not the duty of you Muslims.
Whatever the Prophet says or does is revelation.
My friend, show me where your Prophet said, write the Quran. The first chapter is Al-Fatiha. Show me.
He won't say it like that, but he will say that.
So you are saying to me that you Muslims, you fabricate your own Quran and you made it the way you wish.
No, the order of the Quran has been told by the Prophet to do
show
it.
Me.
And the Prophet was inspired by Allah.
I tell you to show me where he said that.
Okay, 1 minute.
Okay.
Give me a couple minutes. 10 hours.
Give you until next year. Do you like to call Sheikh Hamza or Ustaz Jama'a from Nigeria, or Zakir Naik, or anyone? What do you like to call?
Called Zakir Naik if you want.
Zakir Naik, you have an answer for everything.
Mhm.
Shall I take a nap and come back later?
Yeah, take a nap.
They are funny, by the way. You will not find it, my friend. There's no such a thing. There's no such a thing. Quran never been preserved. It's a big fat lie the Muslims they claim.
No, it's definitely preserved. Just need to find it, and maybe I can send in the comment section. Maybe if you want.
Show me. You can send me if you have something. Even I will put it in the screen if you have. Muslim, they keep, you know, they copy paste, but all reference prove that the Quran never been preserved. Never. Actually, all reference says the opposite. I can show you tons of reference saying totally the opposite.
Yeah, it says here, the present arrangement of the Quran is not the work of later generations, but was made by the Prophet ﷺ under God's directions.
Where?
Whenever a chapter was revealed, the Prophet ﷺ someone describes to whom he carefully dictated his contact and instructing them where to place his revelation. So what he did was, when the revelation came, he told them where to put it.
Okay, so you have the Quran of Muhammad or Quran of Uthman?
What Uthman did, he when he was in the seven dialects, he made it into one book.
But your prophet, he said the people cannot handle it with one dialect.
Yeah, so the same people, they could still read from the same book, but it wasn't confusing. So the people
So
were saying
let us
that,
make it clear. Same
Pardon?
people, they need 7 dialects to understand the Quran. Many nations, they cannot understand from one Quran. I mean, how funny that is. So Arab who speak Arabic, they are in a small village, a small town is called Mecca. Still, they need 7 Quran to understand the Quran. But people from India,
they could understand it. They couldn't recite it because of that the tongue, the way the tongue. The
what tongue? They are the
same.
the same people. What are you talking about? We are Arab. We are the Arab, and we are the same people. So why we need 7 Quran? If the Arab needs 7 Quran in order to understand the Quran or to recite the Quran, a guy from Pakistan, how many Quran he need?
It wasn't the 7. No, it wasn't the 7 Qurans. It was 7 dialects of certain words.
No, it was 7
words
Quran. 7 dialects. It means 7 Quran, my friend. The word is different. The whole thing is different. Let me show you. You said to me that the Quran was preserved. That the Quran says the Quran never been preserved, and even Allah actually himself, he caused you to forget the Quran. Isn't it Allah in the Quran? He said that we cause you to forget the Quran.
He did what?
Cause you to forget the Quran.
Yeah, he caused the Prophet to forget the Quran, because
Why?
that was the basic. That's one way of obligation.
Why?
Because certain things, they weren't needed, so he was taken back.
But there's many verses in the Quran are not needed. Why Muhammad memorize them? Actually, more than 80% of the Quran is not needed. Read me carefully. It says, none of our revelation we abrogate or cause to be forgotten, but we substitute something better or similar. What is the wisdom of that?
Well, what do you mean? This is the way Allah wanted to do?
What do you mean? It says here that He will cause you to forget to make something similar. So what the point? So let us make it simple. I will say now, I will make you eat shish kebab. Now I will make you forget what I just said to you, and I will say again, I will make you eat shish kebab. So why I made you forget the first sentence if it's the same as the second sentence?
No, so why was Allah revealed a revelation for that moment, and then He abrogated it and He replaced it with something better or something similar.
So you are saying to me, okay, did you say, aren't you the one who said something better or similar? Did you say better or similar?
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I said.
How the Quran can be better than the Quran?
It was a ruling. It's talking about the revelation, the ruling, whatever it is, the ruling was.
So you are saying to me that Allah, He is fixing some mistakes He did, so He is going to give us something better. So He gave us a rule, and then He noticed that those rules are stupid, so He decided to make it better.
No, that's not true.
So what better mean?
What happened was, so what he did was he revealed the revelation, and then the revelation fitted for that moment only. So then he for example, one of the rulings, like for example, alcohol. So one of the rulings that you don't come to the salah with alcohol. So it was slowly by slowly.
But
the
the ruling
revelation
of
was coming.
alcohol, he did not cause you to forget them. Here we go. Both of them, they are in the Quran.
Yeah,
Quran
but they
says,
were the verse itself was abrogated afterwards.
my
One
friend,
of
it
the
doesn't matter.
verses.
That's not what I'm saying to you. Here is talking about to be forgotten. What the point of making you forget something if you will make something similar or better? How is that can be? Why? He will cause you to forget. Why he want to cause you to forget?
No, what I'm saying is that is a ruling. It's a ruling for that time and period.
That's not the question. Here we go. The Quran, as an example, there's verses that praise the alcohol, saying it's a miracle of Allah, and there's verses saying that don't pray when you are drunk, and there's verses saying don't drink at all. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. See, three of them in the Quran. Allah did not make us forget them. Allah did not delete them, but they are abrogated. One abrogating the other one, no problem. But here he's saying, any verses we caused you to be forgotten. What is the purpose to make you forget the word of Allah if Allah he promised you to preserve the word of Allah? Doesn't matter if it's going to be valid or not anymore. There's more than 80% of the Quran is not valid no more. So why you want to make us forget the Quran, the verses?
You have to point to an example where this the way you're saying it took place. I'm saying it was a situation where he revealed it and it was no longer applicable. So then Allah could take it back.
I just showed you example. There's verses until now in the Quran and they are not to be practiced. As an example,
yeah, but
to be peaceful.
It's Allah's choice. If Allah chooses to do this, either way, He could do it whatever way.
So the Quran, no, the Quran
this.
saying that Allah He made you forget the Quran, which means the Quran no way is preserved, because according to Islam itself, according to Quran, Allah Himself caused the Quran not to be preserved by making you forgetting the Quran. So now, according to this verse, there's many verses was in the Quran. Now you cannot remember it, correct?
No, they weren't supposed to be the final revelation. So whatever Allah made forget, that it wasn't meant to be for the final revelation. So the final.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, my friend. There is verses Allah caused you to forget. Is that true or not? Either you say yes or you say no.
No, He didn't cause me. He didn't cause me to forget.
Who caused who then?
He caused the Prophet to forget.
So, and you get your Quran from who?
Yeah, the Prophet.
Okay, so the Quran forget it too. So now we have Quran which is missing, and Allah Himself He do not know, or let us say He caused you to forget them. Now let us see if the Quran is preserved. Do you know the story about the goat eating the Quran?
No, what?
The goat eat the Quran.
Then the hadith that the goat that ate the Quran piece, that doesn't take anything away from Islam.
Okay, so where is the verse of stoning to death? Here we go. The goat ate it, and now we cannot find the verse.
Yeah, that doesn't take anything away from Islam. Allah allowed that.
You Muslim, you say to us the Quran preserved, and there is verses of stoning to death and the breastfeed for adult 10 times. We cannot find them in the Quran.
They were meant to be in the Quran. It's simple as that.
Not meant to be in the Quran by who? By Mrs. Goat. Mrs. Goat decide that I'm going to eat them, so they will not be in the Quran no more. Otherwise, show me the verses. Show me where your prophet said, don't write the verse of stoning to death in the Quran. Show me where your God saying, don't write the verses of breastfeeding for adult 10 times in the Quran.
Allah's all knowledgeable and He's all wise. So if He allowed that to happen,
so maybe Allah is the one who sent the goat to eat the Quran, so those verses will disappear. What do you think?
It was meant to happen that way, so that's how it happened.
Okay, so we can say
Allah sent him.
The goat was a messenger of Allah, and the goat ate the Quran as an order of Allah.
No, there is no proof for that. So that's just
isn't everything in Islam is based by the will of Allah?
So you could say even the rape is by the will of Allah.
Okay,
but that doesn't make any sense.
Let us focus on the goat. The goat who ate the Quran, was it by the will of Allah or against the will of Allah?
So Allah allowed that to take place. That's what He did. So He allowed the way He allows murder to take place, even though it's wrong.
So now Allah allowed the goat to eat the verses, and He did not allow the Muslim to remember the verses.
So he abrogated it.
No, my friend. This is not abrogated. You Muslims until now practice stoning to death. What are you talking about? Until now in Islamic law, aren't you a Sunni? You are a Sunni or Shia?
Sunni.
Okay, Sunni and Shia, actually both of them, they practice stoning to death. So it's not abrogated. Can you tell me, can you recite for me the verse of stoning to death?
Don't know that.
Okay, so the goat ate the Quran. Did the goat eat you too? You Muslim, you say that the Quran is preserved in our heart, and now you practice stoning to death, but you don't have the law which is saying to you practice it to death, practice the stoning. So now
I was show me another book that's been preserved by millions, has been memorized, the whole book, by millions of people. Show me another book.
What book?
Show me another religious textbook where it's been memorized by millions of people.
The Jews, the Christians, my mother, she memorized the whole Bible by heart from cover to cover.
I said million of people.
No problem, but you know you Muslims, you learn that from the Aramaic. The Aramaic, they sing the Bible singing. They sing it, all of it. They sing it. The whole Bible is a song. The whole Bible for them is a song. And Muhammad, the recitation of the Quran today is exactly what the Aramaic people, how they recite the Bible. As simple as that.
Now the Quran is such a miracle. It can make a person cry.
The Quran which is preserved. Do you see in front of you in the hadith it says that Allah, he sent order as a verse of a breast feeding for adult? Do you see it?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Okay, how in the world your God, if he's a true God, he order a woman to give her boobs to an adult man to suck it, and he is a stranger?
What are you talking about now?
The breast feeding for adult. How your God is a true God, yet he order a woman to give her breast to a stranger, which is a man who is not her from her family, he is not her husband, to suck her nipples 10 times in different 10 days until he is satisfied. What kind of God? This God who preserved your book.
This a scholar said that this refers to the milk going in a bottle instead of
my friend, it's an adult man. It's an adult man. Adult man. What milk in the bottle? What it says suckle. Do you know what suckle? Arda'i. Arda'i is not a drinking. So suckle him. And this woman, she don't even have milk. She is not that young. In order to have milk, you have to have babies. You have to be a woman. She deliver a child. Women, they don't have milk. Anytime you squeeze their nipples, they have milk there. They are not a refrigerator who you open it and there's a bottle of milk and you drink from it. It says suckle him. He didn't say give him your milk. Suckle him. It doesn't matter what suckle. Suckle your nipples.
Yes. Firstly, there's no what do you call it? Firstly, I've been told that this is supposed to go in a bottle, and there's no.
My friend, this is a lie. This is a lie.
There's nothing sexual
I
about
challenge you to show me one person, one scholar. He said this is about suckling in a bottle. This is what the Muslims they try to say today because this is shameful.
The scholar, I can show you a link where.
My friend, show me the scholar, and I will get them busted in a second because your prophet explain it.
Yeah, I can show you. What do you call it?
Let me show you too. Let me show you. They are lying to you.
I can show you the explanation of the.
No,
hadith.
They cannot explain it. They are liars. If you want me, show me a scholar. Show me a scholar, not a link written by some idiot. Scholar means someone like At-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, Ibn Kathir. Show me, no problem. Show me a scholar.
I'm not talking about
okay, so those are not scholar. Anyone who wrote those articles these days is just to avoid the scandal of Islam. They are not a scholar. They are scumbag. So if you want to show me a scholar, name a scholar. A scholar is a scholar. Those who they are exist long time ago, and all the Muslims agree with them for centuries. Suddenly, nobody want to read their books. Now,
no, this is a video on Sunni defense.
My friend, what's Sunni defense? Sunni idiot. Because you're a prophet.
Sunni defense.
My friend, you're a prophet. He explained it. The woman, he said to the woman, suckle him. Do you know what suckle him? Do you know what the word suckle mean?
Like I said to you, it's supposed to go in a glass.
My friend, don't tell me drinking from a bottle. At that time, even there was no bottle. Secondly, he said suckle him. Does it say the word suckle him or it says different word?
I'll post the link now. Just watch
Don't
the
post
video.
any link. Read for me. Does it say in the front of you? Suckle him.
Yeah, so it says suckle, yeah.
Okay, suckle is not drinking from the bowl. In different hadith, your prophet, he said, breastfeed him. Does it say that?
Says what?
Breastfeed him.
Yeah, breastfeeding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so what the drinking from the bowl? And this is why the woman, she was going crazy. How I'm going to do breastfeeding for the guy and he's adult man? Otherwise, Muhammad, he said, don't worry, just give him a cup of milk and he would drink it. This is what I meant. He didn't say that. She said, how I'm going
No,
to
the one
breastfeed
interpretation
him, and he is a grown man. Huh?
One interpretation goes in a cup. Secondly, it's not sexual because after this takes place, that person becomes a relative. So that person can never get married or
You
have
can search
intercourse or
in the
anything like that.
internet. No, this is a big fat lie. There's no way. There's no Muslim scholar in the world agree that if a person suckle, an adult suckle, he will become forbidden. The forbidden in Islam but after suckling is only for an infant, not for an adult. This guy is an adult. So they are lying to you again, my friend.
Yeah, anyhow.
Okay, so now we notice that the Quran, which you claim is a preserved, is not a preserved. Did Aisha, she said that the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah?
What was that? Say it again.
Did Aisha say that the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah?
I haven't read that before. I haven't read that before.
Okay, I can show you a reference. Let me show you some reference.
And what's the point of that? What was the point you're making?
Well, the point is very simple. If the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah, that means there's more than 200 verses are gone in one chapter alone. So when Aisha, she says such a thing, and you say to me that the Quran is preserved, that's a very silly statement. Where is that?
No, that could mean anything. That could mean, if you look in context, you could say that could mean it's been abrogated by Allah.
My friend, this is what Aisha, she said. It was in the size of etc. What abrogated? This is what they have. This is what they have. If you let me show you. Do you know Arabic?
No, I know some words.
Okay, no problem. Read with me carefully. You can. I will give you the link. You can translate in Google. All right. It says. قال لي ابن أبي كعب etc. I asked him, what is the numbers of the verses in Al-Ahzab? He said 27 verses or 37 verses. And he said, and if it was equal to Al-Baqarah, it was equal to Al-Baqarah, and we used to read for it in the verses of stoning to death. I said, and what is the verses of the stoning? He said, إذا زنى الشيخ والشيخة فرجموهما, etc. Then we go down. Let us see what Aisha, she said. Let us see. Here we go. عن عائشة قالت, Aisha, she said, كانت سورة الأحزاب تقرأ في زمن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم 200 آية، فلما كتب عثمان المصاحف لم يقدر منها إلا على ما هو الآن. The Ahzab was in the time of the Prophet, which means until he died, 200 verses. When Uthman, he collected his own Quran, he could not collect more than what he have today. What do you say about that?
What's the reference?
Here we go. This is the reference. Al-Itqan fi Ulum al-Quran by the Imam Jalaluddin Abdul Rahman Abi Bakr al-Suyuti, variant number 1, page number 662.
Yeah, I don't know if that if that's
Okay.
reliable.
I can give you at least 400 to 500 reference from Islamic books about the corruption of the Quran.
That's totally incorrect. You won't be able to.
I will not be able to.
From Hadith, from Sahih Hadith.
Well, those are lies.
You won't be able to from Sahih Hadith.
Okay, let us see if we can find from Sahih Hadith or not. The Hadith about the goat ate the Quran, was it Sahih or no?
Yeah, that was Sahih, but I don't regard that as
Okay.
that was your interpretation,
Okay.
interpolation.
Okay, let us go and see if we can find in Sahih Hadith any corruption for the Quran. Now, if I show you from Sahih Hadith corruption of the Quran, what you will do?
There won't be any corruption.
Okay, if I find you, let us make a challenge between me and you. If I find you from Sahih Hadith corruption of the Quran, what you would do, my friend?
It's impossible.
Okay, it's impossible, as you said, no problem. But if it is possible, what you will do?
It's a scenario. It's like an impossibility. So you're telling me to say something about.
As long it's impossible, so you will not be worried if you say I will leave Islam if you find it for me, right?
Yeah, but I will never leave Islam, so because I'm certain about my faith.
What do you mean? You just said it's impossible, so why you are worried?
What's that?
You said it is impossible to find corruption in the Sahih Hadith.
Yeah, you won't be able to find corruption. In your opinion, it will be corruption, but what I'm saying, in my opinion, it won't be a corruption. It will be abrogation or something like that.
Okay. So it doesn't matter even if I show you tons of reference from Sahih Hadith, you will not leave Islam, right?
Yeah, I will never leave Islam because your interpretation will be totally different. You show it and then you'll say it means this, means this, means this, but it obviously won't be. It won't mean that.
Okay. Let us see. You see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Do you see here Omar saying, I swear by Allah, had it not been so that the people might say, Omar made an addition to Allah book, I would have written it there. He was going to write there what?
So who says?
Omar is talking. He swear by Allah that there is something he would love to write in the Quran, but he's afraid that if you write, people will say he's adding something to the Quran. What he was going to write?
You just read from the start. I want to see what's the context. And where is this narration? I said, where is this narration?
This narration is a Sahih. This is Sahih Hadith. He's talking about the verses of stoning to death.
So Umar, Allah sent the Prophet with the truth, and the verse of stoning was included. We read and memorized it. The messenger had people stoned to death, and we have done it also since his death. I am afraid the people might say, with the passage of time, we do not find the verse of stoning in the book of Allah, and thus destroy by abandoning a duty which Allah has received. Stoning is a duty laid by Allah for married men. So yeah, you can go down a bit. we read and memorized the. So here the verse was abrogated, but the ruling. So yeah. So what's the problem with this?
The problem is not, it is not there. Omar himself, the caliphate, he said this is there's a problem here. Don't you see? He's saying this is a verse we receive it from Allah Messenger, and he did not say to us take it off. But now he's afraid if he is going to add, because Uthman is the one who wrote the Quran. He's afraid if he add it, people will say he is adding it. So now Uthman, he made a mistake. He did not add the verse. Uthman is the one who collect the Quran. Umar now is saying we have a problem. I'm afraid that people will say, oh, the verses of stoning to death is not in the Quran. Why it's in the Quran? And he want to add
how do you know this was the time of Uthman radiallahu anhu?
This is not in the time of Uthman. Uthman is the one who correct the Uthman is already, he made the Quran. Umar is complaining that the verses of stoning to death is missing. And he would love to add it. If he's a prophet saying, you see, he did not say the prophet said take it off. He did not say the prophet told us not to add it. He did not say the prophet said to him do it this way. He said I would love to add it. I swear by Allah, had not it been to so that people might say, this is the only concern he have, that people might say Omar made an addition to Allah book, I would have written it there.
So yeah, so he's basically highlighting the importance of the ruling, because maybe people are neglecting it, like as he says.
He is highlighting the verse which is missing. The ruling he knew, the people they knew the ruling. What is missing is the verse.
He says here they were neglecting it, or they were.
What is missing, my friend? What he want to write, the ruling or the verse? He want to write the verse in the Quran. The ruling is known.
Yeah, it says here, I am afraid the people might say with the passage of time that we do not find the verse. So he was worried about that people will say, look, there's such a big ruling about stoning and it's not in the Quran. So that's the reason he was as you can see in the narration, he's worried about it. But obviously he's just highlighting the importance of it.
Yeah, so it's missing. And your prophet never said don't try it.
It's abrogated, that's what it was.
It's not abrogated, he's practicing it. What's wrong with you? The Muslim, they practice the stoning to death until now. Stop saying abrogated.
The verse was taken, but the ruling remained, so the ruling stayed behind.
My friend, how you take, what is the wisdom of taking the verse but you keep the ruling? How crazy is that? Imagine we have the law, the law stay, but we delete the law. I mean, this is crazy. As long the ruling coming from where, my friend? The ruling coming from where? From the verse, correct?
The ruling can come from the Quran or Hadith.
Okay, no, come from the verse itself. Allah, he gave ruling, correct? It's a verse. It was a verse. Okay,
gave it
so
verse,
the verse is the ruling. How you delete the verse? What is the wisdom of deleting the verse? And the ruling is to follow. There's no wisdom.
You can't say there's no wisdom.
Tell me the wisdom. Tell me wisdom. Okay, I say to you, you cannot drive when the light is red, and then you say to me, okay, we want to follow this law, but we don't want the law to be written there. Why? What is the wisdom?
It's Allah's choice. You can take the.
This is not Allah's choice. It's the goat choice. The goat ate the Quran, my friend. Stop saying to me Allah's choice. Show me where Allah he said don't try the verse of the stoning. Give me a reference.
What?
Give me a reference where Allah he said to you don't try the verse of the stoning. Show me.
Don't try.
What?
Say that again. I didn't hear you properly.
I am saying show me where Allah he said to you don't try this verse on the Quran.
It's obviously it's not in the Quran, so it's abrogated. So it's just common sense.
Where it says abrogated?
It's not in the Quran, so it's obviously
abrogated. Where it says abrogated in the Hadith? Show me.
You put 2 and 2 together, so it's abrogated.
Where 2 and 2 are together? Where? Show me.
What do you mean? So Allah says in the Quran, He abrogates.
You know what? This abrogating story anyway. It's silly for me because your Quran anyway. It's a corrupt. I cannot prove to you that the Quran is corrupt because the Quran itself is a corrupt. You cannot corrupt the corrupted twice. Now let me ask you. What make you? I asked you from the beginning. What make you believe the Quran to be the book of Allah? You said the miraculous, and then you failed to give me the miraculous one after one. It became a lie and funny and fiction. I repeat the same question for you. Give me one thing you are very sure from to make the Quran look really powerful and prove to me that it's coming from God? Can you do that?
There's plenty of things. There's predictions of the future as well.
What? Like what?
Predictions of the future.
Like what?
So Allah said about there's a war that was going to happen. Allah said it'll happen in a certain time.
What
Allah
war?
said
Where?
exactly.
Where he said? Where? What is that?
1 minute. Let me just pull it out. So it's regarding Romans beating, I think, the Persians
Okay,
or something.
find it so we can laugh together. Let me get some water. Go ahead, take your time.
So yeah, I found it. Yeah, I found it. Yeah. So the verse is in 30, Surah 30, 1 to verse 1 till 6. So this is a prediction of the future that Allah has made, and no human could know this. Only Allah could know this.
Sorry, I was away. What you said?
I said this is a prediction of the future. It's in. I'll tell you the verse now. It's in Surah 30, verse 1 till 6, and this proves it can't come from a human. This is one of the predictions. There's many predictions. This is one of the predictions.
No, actually, this is very funny because this verse proved to us that Muhammad is a false prophet. Read carefully with me. This is the chapter of the Roman. Okay, it says Alif Lam Mim, and if you ask what Alif Lam Mim, you do not know. The Roman are vanquished in the near land, and they, after being vanquished, shall overcome within a few years. In Arabic, it says Bid'u Sinin, which means between 3 to 9. But the Roman, they've been destroyed, as let us say, they lost the war in 614. The Persian, they took over Jerusalem, and the war with the Roman took very, very long before they got their land back, and they have vanquished, or let's say they became victorious against the Persian. So if we calculate the numbers of where the Roman they lost the first war, the Roman they are fighting the Persian for more than 300 years. So always they lose, they win, they lose, they win. It's a war. The Quran here predict that the Roman will be victorious again, and he used in Arabic the word Bid'u Sinin, and he said something funny, that the believer will be happy, which means at this moment Muhammad, he was considering himself as a Christian because he believed that the Roman are believers and they will be rejoicing. But when Muhammad, he says in few years, he explained that he is a false prophet because the Roman did not win in 9 years period. It took them a lot long. If you go right now to Wikipedia, you can search all the fight between the Persian. You can search for the siege of Jerusalem. The siege of Jerusalem. You will find the siege of Jerusalem. This is when the Roman they took over Jerusalem, and this is what the verse in the Quran talking about. So when your prophet he claimed that the Roman they will be victorious in a few years, simply he get himself busted because he mentioned.
No, he got it right. You were right. It was
no, my friend, because he used the word Buddha. Do you know what Buddha mean?
Yeah, so it was 3 to 9 years. So he
and okay,
so
how long it took the Roman to take back their land?
But no, he was talking about the defeat of the Persian Empire.
My friend, no problem. He's talking about the defeat of, exactly. He was talking about the defeat of the Persian Empire. That's wonderful. Now, how long it took the Roman after they lost Jerusalem to defeat the Persian Empire?
Yeah, it says here in 1615 AD, the person in charge of Persia attacked Byzantine and controlled the Syria, Palestine, and North Africa. and he ransacked Jerusalem, set fire to the Holy Sepulchre, and destroyed numerous cities.
When the Roman, they were able to take back their city, and the victorious final battle with the Persian.
Yeah, this was 615 AD.
1615 is the last fight between the Roman and the Persian.
I'm not sure if that's the last fight, but what I'm saying, this was when they got control of Syria, Palestine, and North Africa.
No, my friend, who is the one take control? Who is the one take control? Who is the one take control?
The person who was called Khusru Parvis.
No, who is the one who took control? Is the Roman or the Persian?
So the Romans.
Huh?
No, it was the Romans have been defeated.
Okay.
So,
which year the Roman been defeated? Let's go back to 0. Which year the Roman was defeated?
it was a 624 AD.
By who?
I'm not sure by who was it.
Okay. Is it okay if we go and read the interpretation for you?
By who?
By your scholars.
Yeah, it depends which scholars.
Which scholar you like? Which one is your favorite? We have all colors.
Tafsir ibn Kathir, you can go on there.
Ibn Kathir, that's wonderful. Here we go. You like Ibn Kathir? We go to Ibn Kathir. So we go to chapter 30, Ibn Kathir. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. This ayat were revealed about the victory of Shabur, the king of Persia. So who is the king who was at that time? Shabur, the king of Persia, over Asham, the great Syria. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he says, at that time, the one who was the king of the Roman is Hercules, the emperor of the Roman. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now if we go and we find when this person was fighting with the Persian, that will make it simple for you. If we go right now, it says that this king, during his time, the war, it was between the 602 and 628. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Which year those people they took the land of or let's say Jerusalem? Can
624.
you read the screen?
So on the screen it says 602 to 628.
Okay. So simply, if they lost Jerusalem in 614, and then it took them until 628 to be victorious, is that a few years?
I'm not sure what battle, whether this is accurate or not.
You see, I'm not, I just search and etc. and it's there. I am not a scholar in history. I just search. You can search the same as I did. It says here that in the year 627, Hercules invaded the heartland of Persia. Do you see it? Let me zoom in. Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So the defeat of the Roman happened long after the 9 years Muhammad was expecting.
Nah, from my knowledge, it wasn't. It happened in
What do you
9
mean?
years.
What do you mean
It was
from your
within-
knowledge? What do you mean from your knowledge?
From what I learned.
See, here we go. So you Muslims, this is the problem. You Muslim, you don't go and study and investigate. Here we go, the internet in front of you. I'm not making things up. You can go and search and check it out, and you will see what happened. And then you will see it says all this. This is history. This is not a Christian. This is not Jewish. This is not Hindus. A historian, they wrote everything there, and you will find exactly what happened. So based on the history, the last date of victory of the Persian was in the year 627. As simple as that. Actually 628. 627 he invade, the war finished, and the Persian, they surrender. They don't want to have war no more. They accepted the conditions of the Roman in the year 628. So your prophet gave a false prophecy.
No, it wasn't a false prophecy.
It is a false
I'll look
prophecy.
into
Here we
it
go,
more.
the reference in front of us.
Yeah, like I said, I'll look into it more.
Okay.
You're like
Okay,
a
my
biased
friend. Okay,
source,
my
so-
friend, hold on. Let me show you, as long you are the one talking about the Roman. Okay? The Roman. You're a prophet. He prophesied about the Roman. And he said that the Roman, they will be the majority of mankind. So the Roman, they will be victorious, and they will be majority of the mankind. Read with me carefully. I heard Allah Messenger, peace upon him, saying, as he's saying, the last hour would come when the Roman would form the majority amongst the people. Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay, is that a false prophecy or not?
No idea. It's not false. If
What do you
it's,
mean?
if the prophet said it,
Where
it's
is
not
the
false,
Roman
so
now?
why-
Where we can find the Roman?
Was Romans not Christians?
The Roman are not the Christians. The Roman are Roman, my friend. I am not Roman. Roman are people, are not. It's not a religion.
What Arabic word was used for Romans?
What?
What word was used for Romans in Arabic?
Rome. Rome. The Rome. This is their name before they became a Christian. They used to be pagan. Their name is Rome. They became a Christian. Their name is Rome. The name did not change. The Rome have nothing to do with the religion. So the Roman have nothing to do with religion. So your prophet here is prophesying that the majority of mankind will become Roman. So here we have two prophecy from your prophet about the Roman, which is false, proving Muhammad to be a false prophet.
No,
Where's-
what's the description of Romans? That's the main
My
point.
friend,
So
the description
what
of the
do you
Roman
define
is
as
the Roman. The Roman is the Roman. What description of the Roman? This is the description. This is they are Roman. They are
No,
the
how do
Roman.
you define Romans?
Huh? The Roman are the Roman. The Rome. Now we don't know who is the Roman. Suddenly now you do not know who is the Roman. You are the one who told me he prophesied about the Roman. Suddenly now you do not know who is the Roman.
Yeah, but he is talking about the last hour.
My
The
friend,
last
okay,
hour is
tell me
talking
who
about
are the
Qiyamah.
majority of mankind now, which we can consider Roman.
He's talking about the last hour.
My
So
friend,
talking
yes,
about
last
close to
hour. He said the
Qiyamah.
last hour will not come until the Roman became the majority of mankind. If we say the Roman or the Italian, Italy is a small country. Egypt have bigger population from Rome right now. So how we can say the Roman, they will become the majority of mankind?
It depends what he's referring to when it says
Okay,
Romans.
you tell me what he's referring to. Here we go. He said the Roman. He did not say the Christians. When you say
No
Roman,
idea.
when
You
you say
gotta ask,
when you say Roman, no, you have an idea. You are the one who said to me, you're a prophet. He said the room. Now suddenly we do not know what the room. Isn't it the Quran? Is your book who said the room? The room is the Roman, is the one who have empire. It's called Rome. So
No, it depends what he's referring to.
here we go. You keep saying depend what is the first. So now your prophet he gave us wrong history. What about your prophet? He says that a Samiri he was in the time of Moses. How your prophet he makes such a mistake? as long as you are talking about history and etc. How a Samari was exist in the time of Musa? This is a stupid mistake.
But as I said, what is there a narration?
It says here in the front of all those verses, it says chapter 20 verse 85, chapter 20 87, chapter 20 95 is speaking about the person is called the Samaritan. The Samaritan, he spoke to Moses. How in the world this has happened? Your prophet, you do not know history. He is making things up and he is exposing himself, and everybody who read this, he laugh. This is beyond stupidity. This is not only a mistake, this is stupid. It's like saying to you, imagine I say to you now, Trump, he spoke to Hercules. People will laugh at me. What does Samaritan have to do with Moses?
Samari is a phrase used by Quran to refer to a rebellious follower of Moses.
No, the Samari are people, my friend. The Samari are people. They are people. A Samari is one of the people. They are people who group. They are named this way for a reason. You can go and search. So when you're a prophet, he say that the Samari he spoke to Moses and the people of Moses, then that's silly and that's stupid. Now,
that's silly and stupid.
Yes, it is silly because this is not the time. It's the same as when he said that Haman, he was the minister of Pharaoh. Haman was not the Egyptian. Haman was an Iraqi.
Was Haman a title?
Haman is a name, not a title, according to the Quran. And this is not an Egyptian. The Quran even speak about the Pharaoh. He ordered Haman to build the Tower of Babel, or Babylon, in Egypt, but the Tower of Babylon is in Iraq, not in Egypt. The Pharaoh said to Haman, build for me a tower so I can see the God of Moses. But this is not about the Pharaoh. This is about the Babylon. Your God is messed up God. Everything in the history, your God, he said that Mary is the sister of Aaron. Mary is not the sister of Aaron. When the Jews, they get Muhammad busted, he said, oh, they used to call them by their great ancestor. But Aaron, but Mary, she is not from the ancestor of Aaron. She is not from the same tribe. But look, this is what happened. Moses and Aaron, they have a sister. Her name is Maryam. If I ask you, what is the name of the father of Moses according to Islam? Can you search Google?
Of who?
What is the name of the father of Moses according to Islam?
I'm not sure in Islam.
Search. I can give you the answer, but I want you to find it yourself. The name of the father of Moses according to Islam is Umran. Search.
It's coming up as Amran.
No. I want you to find it yourself. I don't want you to say could be. I want you to be sure. I don't want you to say I'm making things up. I want you to be sure that this is what it says. Did you find it?
No, it's just showing in the Bible. It says Amram.
No, in the Bible it's not. In the Bible,
it says in the Jewish scripture, the father of Moses and Harun is Amram in Exodus.
Amram, not Amram. Amram. So as you see, you're a prophet. He went from the Jewish book. He found that there's a guy. He is the father of Moses. His name is Amram, but he thought it is Umran. So he told the Muslims that Mary is the daughter of Umran and Moses is the son of Umran and Aaron is her brother. How he is a prophet of God and he makes such a stupid thing?
So you're saying the letter?
It's not about the letter only. He makes the name because both of them. Let us say the name was not Umran in the Bible, was Umran. This is a mistake for first of all about the name, but no problem. Let it go. But how your prophet make Umran or Umran the father of Mary and the father of Moses in the same time, and how he say that Mary is the sister of Aaron? How he is God, but he makes such a mistake?
It's basically a family, so it's like a family
My
tree.
friend, they are not from the same family. What family? There's thousands of years between them. The same father they have for Mary is the same father of Moses.
It's basically a piety family tree where they all.
My friend, they are
know.
not even from the same tribe. Mary is not from the tribe of Moses. What family? So there's hundreds and hundreds of years between them. They are not even from the same tribe. And then suddenly Mary, she became the sister of Aaron. How this happened? And Amran is the father of Mary and the father of Moses and the father of Aaron.
Um,
What do you say, my friend?
I don't really have knowledge on this to comment.
Okay, let me show you some reference. This is the book Al-Kamil fi Tarikh, written by Ibn al-Athir. This is your scholar. Volume number 1, page number 150. The story of Moses, peace upon him. He is Musa, the son of Umran. Do you see it? Mary in the Quran, she is the daughter of Umran. And she is the sister of Aaron. And Aaron is the brother of Moses. All right, my friend. Anything else you want to show me to prove the Quran? Until now, you failed to prove me anything about the Quran to be from God. Everything you said to me, it was a disaster. Do you have something more? Something stronger than what you have?
There's plenty of things.
Like what?
One of the, what do you call it? There's no contradictions in the Quran.
There's no contradiction in the Quran. Is that right?
No.
Okay. Well, let us see if this is true. Which one Allah created first? The trees or the stars? The trees, the grass, the substance, the water, or the stars?
Don't know.
Try.
Don't know. Maybe stars.
Maybe the stars. Okay. So according to you, Allah created first the earth, right? Sorry, the stars, the sky.
No, from the two you just gave me.
Which one Allah created first?
What, from the two options you just gave me?
Okay, which one He created first? When you say the stars before the water, so what does that mean?
No, I don't get your point. What do you mean? So the trees or the stars?
Okay, which one? The first thing Allah He created first. In chapter
The
2,
first thing.
I will help you. I will help you. In chapter 2, verse number 29, it says, "It is He who created for you that all in earth, and then He turned to the heaven, and He fashioned it as 7 heavens." So, based on this verse, what Allah created first?
No, Allah created something else before that.
Huh?
Allah created something else before that.
What is that?
It's a difference of opinion between the scholars. Some say it was a pen, some say it was water.
We have
some say it
Quran
was
now. We
arsh.
have Quran. Is there's anywhere in the Quran says Allah created first pen?
No, and even in this verse it doesn't say
No
created
problem. But
first.
no, here it says no. It says it is He who created for you all that in earth. Then then he turned to the heaven and he made them 7 heavens, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so everything in the earth created, and then he worked in the heaven. Yes.
Is you created for you all that is in the heaven, then he is then turned to the heaven and fashioned it as 7 heavens. It's not necessarily it's gonna be in order like that. So it could be just Allah telling us that this is how he did it.
I know this is how he did it. I'm asking you, my friend, what's wrong? Don't be nervous. So what Allah created all first? The earth, everything in the earth, or everything in the heaven based on this verse?
I'm not sure. So it depends on the
My friend,
how
if you
is
want
it
to play
how is
games,
Summa
okay,
used.
you see, there's no point of me
Different
talking to you.
ways
If you want to play
Summa can
games,
be
I mean,
used.
don't tell me you're not sure. The verse in front of you, it's very simple. It says, it is he who created for you all that in earth. Then he turned to to heaven and made them 7. So what do you mean there is not sure?
Depends on what does
Okay,
it
my
mean
friend,
here.
thank you. Depend for your game. I'm wasting my time with you. Depend. What depend? It's in front of you. Depend. Honesty is a must. If you want to talk, I can be patient with you as long I feel that you are not playing games with me. The second you start playing games, I will dump you. There's no point. Have fun. The Quran is the book of contradictions. In this verse here, Allah claimed that he created everything in the earth, and then he started working in the heaven and he made them 7 heavens. But this is totally different from what in chapter number 41. If we go there, we will find let us go first to chapter 79. In chapter 79, verse number 28, it says, on high has he raised its canopy, and he has given it order and perfection. It is night doth he endowed with darkness, and splendor doth he bring out with light. And the earth, moreover, fast translation, it says after that. Change the translator just to show you how they lie. That's why we cannot trust a Muslim translation. It doesn't say moreover. And after that, look, we changed the translator. Look what happened after that. And after that, he spread the earth. And then after that, he proceeded the water and its substance. And after that, he made the mountains. And after that, he created the animals. And so what we learn from this? That he created the sky, he finished it. He made the day and the night, which means he created the stars. As you see. And then after that, he started working in the earth. But in chapter 2, Allah created first everything on earth, and then he went to heaven. Not only that. If we go to different verse in the Quran, you will see it says the following. Here, this is some Muslims here. They say the word dahaha mean he made it like a circle, but the fact it says made it flat. Read carefully with me here. Let us go. Never waste your time with somebody who want to play games. There's no point. Read carefully with me here. Say, O Muhammad, into the idolaters disbelieve. You verily in him who created the earth in 2 days, and ascribe into him reviles. And he is the Lord of the world. Okay, thank you. He placed therein firm hills rising above it, and he pleased it and measured therein all sustains in 4 days alike. So Allah, he created, after he created the earth in 2 days, took him another 4 days to create all things in the top of the earth, water, trees, grass, etc. Then he turned to the sky and it was a smoke, which means there was nothing. But this is contradiction for chapter 79. Then he ordained them in 7 heaven, and he made the lamps. So the lamps made after Allah, he made the substance, the trees, the grass, the water. When the grass and the water is done, the heaven was just a smoke. If we go to the other verse, no, the story was different. Let us go to the verses. As you see here, he created everything for you in earth. Then he went to the sky and he made them 7. In the other chapter, he created everything in the sky, and then he went to the earth, and then he created the hills and the stuff. Which one is accurate? Which one? The earth first, and finish in everything in the earth, including water, grass, trees, or the stars first. In chapter 41, the stars and the lamps was at the end. The grass, it was stage number 2. Allah created the earth in 2 days, and then 4 days he put all the measure of like the substance of the earth in 4 days, trees and water. Then he went to the sky. The sky was a smoke, which means at this moment there was nothing in the sky. And then he created the stars, and he put the lamps, and he made the day and the night. In chapter 2, Allah created everything in the earth, and then he went to the 7 heaven and he made them 7 heavens, or to the heaven and made them 7. In chapter 79, Allah finished first the sky, period, everything in it. Are you harder to create or the heaven to build? He raised it high, therefore, and ordered, and he made dark night, therefore, which means now he created the stars. And after that, he started working in the earth. And after that, he produced water and substance. And after that, he made the hills and the mountains. And after that, he created animals. 100% different order. So you said if the Quran is from not from Allah, actually the Quran itself says if this book is not from God, you will find a lot of contradiction in it. And as you see, we can find tons of contradiction. The Quran itself said if you find contradiction in the Quran, then this Quran is not from Allah, obviously. Do you see it? Chapter 4, verse number 82. So how this book can be the book of God? Your God cannot remember which one he created first, the trees or the stars, the water or the stars, the grass or the stars. Do we have any Muslim? So anywhere the Muslims they go, it's funny, it's stupid, and we are laughing. This cannot be the book of God. But you've been told, you've been lied to, and you believe with the lies. Otherwise, as you say, we challenge the Muslim. Okay, show us where. We will go with you from here to there. The Quran was preserved. We will find that the Quran is a joke. And even the Muslim today don't have the Quran of Uthman. They have recitation of a guy, his name is Hafs, and according to Muslims, Hafs was a fraud. Hafs, he learned from the Quran from his father, Asim. Asim was a fraud too, according to Muslims, not to me. To the point, Hafs and Asim, both of them, their hadith is rejected. Not da'if, it's totally rejected. Because da'if hadith, by the way, is accepted. So the second you hear hadith reported by Asim or by Hafs, the Muslim, they dump it in the garbage. It's totally a lie, not da'if. They lie to you, they say da'if, it means it's a lie. Da'if is accepted, it means it has a rank. As what his name, this guy, the Sheikh Hamza, he says it not funk, it pass. Hadith da'if, these days there's attack in da'if hadith. In fact, da'if hadith did not funk, it pass. So he was saying to the Muslims, stop being stupid and keep saying da'if, da'if, da'if. You don't even know what da'if means. Da'if, it means it's good. Who said to you that da'if hadith is bad? Who said that to you? Where do you come with the conclusion of da'if hadith is bad? Why? Who? Where?
Greater than in a Hasan or a Sahih. So how did the ulama deal with that? The ulama dealt with it by saying that for fada'il al-a'mal, those actions that are virtuous, you could use a weak hadith if it was a virtuous action and it didn't relate to a hukm. In Aqidah, the opinion of the Ash'ari and the Maturidi is the hadith has to be mutawatir. That you can't, that's why a hadith like the Nur al-Muhammadi, which is a ahad hadith, is not used in Aqidah. Or the hadith that tu'arad alayya a'malukum, or a'malu ummati in al-Bazar, which is a sahih hadith. So the ulama don't reject weak hadith. They don't. And so this argument against the weak hadith is a weak argument.
The argument against the weak hadith is a weak argument. Did you hear it? I like that. The argument against weak hadith is a weak argument.
The weak hadith is a weak argument. Reject weak hadith. Muhammadi, which is a ahad hadith, is not used in Aqidah. Or the hadith that tu'arad alayya a'malukum, or a'malu ummati in al-Bazar, which is a sahih hadith. So the ulama don't reject weak hadith. They don't. And so this argument against the weak hadith is a weak argument. And
well, thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Mr. Strong Sheikh. They keep lying to us. Anything we say to them, they say it's weak, it's weak, it's weak. Well, your religion is weak, your prophet is weak, your God is weak. No, today we will not explain about Alif Lam Mim because we have many hours already and it's time for me to go. My friend, I'm here for how many hours? We passed the 3 hours already. So I want to say thank you guys for being here. I hope we did learn good today. And feel free to download my videos, cut them pieces, share them around, educate your friends about how Muslims. And you notice that we don't really hit hard when we speak to Muslims, even the one they claim to be like ustaz, like the guy from Nigeria. Because as you notice, all of them are a bunch of ignorant. So I talk to them as a bunch of kids. Honest to God, when I speak to Muslims, I treat them as if I'm treating a person in a nursing room, because I know their knowledge is limited. Even the guy who wear a suit from Nigeria scamming the people, taking their money. He do nothing for living except speaking about Allah, but yet he do not know how to read his book. He do not know how to read Arabic. He do not know a very simple question to answer, yet he claimed to be Ustaz. And the funny, he put in the front of his name Ustaz. Ustaz. I like it. I never put in the front of my name Ustaz. You call yourself Ustaz because you are self-Ustaz. Like your prophet, self-prophet. Self-proclaimed. People should call you Ustaz. People, they should call you master. You don't call yourself, you idiot. If you call yourself master, people will laugh at you. People should say you are a prophet because you prophesy, not you saying about yourself a prophet. So the scam of Allah and the scam of the Muslims is not working, and we are here to get it busted. So I want to say thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you, and until we see you again in coming videos, we say Christ is Lord and Islam is false. If you like to read more about Islam, you can get my books from Amazon. You can just search in Amazon.com for Christian Prince, or Amazon Germany or France, or etc., and you will find the list of my books in many languages. And actually soon we will finish the book which is written in the Malay language, which people from Indonesia, they can understand and they can read. And I hope maybe in 10 days from now is going to be ready for publishing. Thank you very much. Christ is Lord and Islam is false. Getting busted every day here, and see you soon again. Bye-bye.